Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for asking, buddy.
Are you ready for some dungeons and some dragons?
I'm ready for
Very
dungeons, but not dragons.
Not dragons, no.
Okay. We'll keep the dragons out of today's session then. We'll just do
Just-
dungeons.
Stick to the dungeons, okay.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes it easier for me too. Don't have to like roll all the extra hip dice and all that nonsense. Does anyone have any fun pirate or sailing facts for me so we can dole out some experience for funsies?
I do not.
Wait,
I heard pirates wear eye patches because when they go below deck.
That one's already been used.
That one was what theorized one time on a what is it, Mythbusters, and that's like the origin of that notion, I believe. I don't know if there's any actual proof to it. Yeah, I think it comes from a Mythbusters episode.
Does this mean you've got to take XP away from Mooton? Yeah.
I'm not taking XP away. No,
you
you got XP. We knew it at the time. Now that it's been a little while, I can put a little bit of water on that. Yeah. Because otherwise, everyone would have done it. It wouldn't have just been pirates, right? It would have been all people who are sailing. In theory, that might have been the case. Like, there's no way to prove or disprove what some blokes back, 400 years ago were up to. But,
Well, I've got one. It's not really a pirate fact, but it's not bad.
Give me a seafaring fact, then.
I mean, even that's a bit of a stretch, but...
Give me a water fact.
Okay. The first ever written recipe for guacamole was written by a pirate. A British pirate who'd been in Brazil and wrote about how they're soft like butter and they don't really taste so much, but if you mix them with a bit of sugar and lime juice, you can like mix it together on a plate and it's a fine
Did you say
dish.
sugar?
Yeah, sugar, yeah.
Doesn't sound like guacamole to me.
Well, it's just what he meant by sugar was probably some sort of hard Brazilian like palm sugar kind of equivalent. Probably got a different flavor profile than you.
You probably
interesting.
like
Sugar.
white table sugar, yeah.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Probably still had the molasses in and all that sort of stuff.
I guess this is...
Only a British person would come up with putting sugar in guacamole.
Yeah.
What? Are you mean American? Come on.
I will give you partial experience for this one. It's not very piratey related, but it is the only... We'll give him 1% instead of 5%.
That's good.
It's a pirate now.
But if you showed up with a pirate fact, like there was a pirate named Redbeard,
Okay. 2%. That's fair. Because it's usually 5, so 2 is like that's less than half.
Yeah, that's
why don't you roll me D2, and then that's how many percentages you get.
No, make it D3. Don't be a coward. Wait, make it D4 minus 1.
Okay, D4 minus 1.
Okay. I'll
So if he gets a 1, he gets 0.
Yeah.
Oh, 3%.
All right.
Nice.
Not good.
That's why you set yourself up with those sorts of rolls that are statistically maybe not going to work out for you, but every now and then they do.
Every now and then.
He's learned the meta.
So,
So does anyone...
165 rogue XP.
Does anyone remember...
Incredible. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was going to read off a meme. It was like 30 incredible facts about pirates that are 100% true. It was like a BuzzFeed article, but the meme has passed. Go on.
Does anyone remember where we left off last week? What was going on?
We were fighting skeletons.
There were scary Shelleys around, yes.
Yep.
Maybe we should go take a look at them.
I agree.
Yes.
Our party was on this rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
The
Correct.
what do you call it? The harbor is south of you all. And while you're up here and you've got a chance to look around and talk, you can also sort of get a surveyor's perspective of this island that you're on, or at least the tip of the island that you're on. And it's going to look somewhat like this. The colors are weird, but I just like them that way. So the blue is clearly the outline of the town. The purplish stuff is like important parts of the town that you should know about. So, down here below Nilrum, this is like the old ruined market square. It's actually a market circle, but we still call it a market square. Up here a little bit, this is a graveyard. I wouldn't normally mark graveyards, except there's undead around, so I think that maybe you might care where a graveyard might be. And then back over here is the keep. It is a 3-story building, but it's also like lifted off the ground a little bit. Like it's got a full story of stonework underneath it to kind of make the front door accessible only by this one, the stairway. So you gotta like walk up the stairs, which is just like a normal set of stairs, and then you get to the front door of the keep. So it makes it very defensible. There's a wall beside it that runs all the way to this cliff, and there's like a little, backyard area over here. This is a raised platform. Not a platform, but like a bit of a mountain plateau. And there is it's not quite a waterfall, it's just like runoff that comes down the side of the mountain and then forms a little stream that runs out to the ocean. And from where you are positioned, sort of where Nilrum's token is, you can see there's also like a switchback that would run up and back and up and back and up and back the mountain. So you can get from like the flat area at sea level to this, which is about 100 feet above sea level. You can't see up there. The whole thing's covered in jungle. Town's covered in jungle.
The market town that you like, the little circle by the dock, is that where we are now? Like down here?
No, you guys are basically where Nilrum's token is. This is just marking like this is all a flat stonework with no buildings here. That's like where you would put tents and stalls and, have a temporary market that would then disperse by nighttime.
And can we see the keep?
Yes, you can see the keep from your rooftop way over here. And this map is not to scale.
Is there town in between us and the entirety of the keep, or does the town end and then there's just... Okay.
No, yeah. The town sort of stretches. It fills this whole area over here, and it fills back over this direction. From you to the keep is... maybe a half mile.
Okay. Well,
and then the whole in between is town. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I say we go to the keep if we can.
Did you tell us what your thing was? PotatoMcWhiskey, did you tell us what your omen read was?
Oh, I don't think I got a chance to. No.
Okay, well that would influence what Nilrum would say.
Right, what was it? What was it? Oh,
it was that the wealth of the island was scattered around. I think we could just assume that as we were talking about the fact that I thought that the White Prince's men had committed some sort of atrocity here, I would have mentioned the omen, I think.
It seems like that there's nothing on this island. All the wealth is scattered around, and it seems like that there's not much. I say we just leave these undead, sadly, but...
The drum is still down there, I say, pointing to the house I was in when I got attacked.
Well, at the very least, we have to get that.
Well, yeah, but it's big, it's hard to carry here.
I feel like I have a purpose here on this island. I understand that you want to get out of here, but there is wealth here, even if it is hard to obtain. And these people are cursed with something, and there may be useful powers here to help us in our quest to become powerful and strong, and perhaps even challenge the White Prince here.
Useful powers? I say, like, looking side to side as the skeletons enclose around us. What do you mean, useful powers?
I mean, all the magical items in this island chain are beaconed by the White Prince, as Nilrum has told us. Mm-hmm. Maybe this untouched island has more items of power that fall outside of his domain.
Well, that keep over there looks pretty secure. We're probably better off hanging out there than we are on top of this building.
All right.
Maybe we can get in there. Maybe we'll even find some evidence about what the White Prince was up to. Maybe we could use that against him. Very least, there's bound to be some coins in there.
Okay.
What's the best way? Do we leave the drum? Do we bring it with us?
We need to bring the drum anywhere we go.
Describe to me, Neil, how secure was the safe house? We did pick the most secure house.
You did. So let's head back to it.
There's no one in it right now.
This one over here is your safe house.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. That's the second floor, and that's the first floor. So it looks like you can sort of get up to the second floor, like up here. So maybe I would have set, if I were you, I would have set it up on the second floor where there's only like one way to get to it, and it's a little bit out of the way, and it wouldn't be within line of sight. But you can say you've set it anywhere you want.
Well, could we maybe have
first floor again.
Leapt and got it to the second floor that can't be accessed without jumping over that gap?
It's possible. I just don't know if you would have gone through that effort before you knew the undead were here. You know,
keeps it away from rats and things like that.
Yeah. The other option is this back bedroom over here. One of these two bedrooms. This one actually has no damage done to it, so this might have been a better spot as well.
Does it have a door?
Yes, it does have a door. It's a
maybe
shitty door, but it's still a door. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, with the door closed. Okay.
You wouldn't be able to lock it, but you could, like, put it shut. And it's a little bit off its hinges, so it's kind of stuck in the door frame, but you could shoulder it down really easily.
Yeah, and if I look over there, I don't see any skeletons milling around. They're all like coming towards us, right?
Yeah. There are a lot of bodies. Some of them have gotten up. Some of them have weapons. Some of them have milled in your direction. Some others have just like stirred and gotten to their feet and shambled about a wee bit. Indubitably, there are more skeletons than what you see on this map. I've just put some around for effect.
Yeah. Is it like is there a particular time of day, or is it like the sense that we have disturbed these guys? Or is it just unknown? Like, is it nighttime?
It is daytime. I will leave it up to you guys to decide the cause of their rising.
So, Sale, I've known some clerics in my time. Can't you get rid of these things? Maybe make some prayer to your god and blow them up, or turn them away in fear, or something like that?
All of my god's servants are immortal, as far as I know. So I don't know if he can turn undead.
Oh, shit. Well, I was kind of hoping on that one, not gonna lie. I come to the edge of this roof here, Neil, and I pull a rock out of my pocket. And I throw it right the skeleton here.
Great. Do you have a finite number of rocks on your character sheet before we just start throwing infinite rocks?
15, yep.
Okay. Go ahead, throw a rock.
Now it's 14.
Yeah.
My rock throwing ability is going to be a d20 plus 4.
Plus your fighter level.
Shit.
Yeah, you drop your rock.
Do you fall off the roof?
It's possible.
Wait.
Give me a saving throw versus death. Maybe you do take a step forward and slip on some slime and roll down the mountainside.
Absolutely. You rolled
a natural 1.
You rolled a natural 1.
Give me a saving throw versus death. Oh my god, you slip. Give me a dex check to catch the roof before you tumble off.
Can I make a dex check to see if I can? Okay, he's good.
So you catch yourself at the very edge of the roof.
Archie, help me!
I will run over to pull him up.
Yeah. Archie, give me a strength check. Should be easy. You're super strong.
I'm like ridiculously strong.
Yeah, not a problem. You can lift the captain back up onto the thing.
I climb back up. I compose myself. Rushed up.
I'll call him a dumb fuck.
One of those roof tiles slipped. This place is dangerous. Be careful, everybody. Be careful. It's dangerous up here.
Well, look. If you're done screwing around, Captain, I think we have to make a decision. Whether or not we get off this island, or we stay here. We have to figure out how we get safe. So, either we try to pick them off from the roof, or do we make a run for it?
We've got nowhere else to go. We're here to hide out. I see that keep over there. It looks safe. I say we make our way over there. You can dig around the documents, maybe find something about the White Prince. Maybe we'll find some clues to some wealth on the island. Seems like the best spot.
I like the idea of the documents, but I'm going to need you to read them for me. And also,
That's fine.
I don't know about you, but everywhere we've gone, things have gone to hell. And I feel like going towards the keep, there's got to be I feel like the fates and gods that are watching us have something in store for us at that keep that will be difficult to overcome. Okay,
That's
that
all
is
these
how I
guys
feel.
are, right?
Before I washed up on this beach, okay, I could lie, cheat, and steal my way out of every situation. Now, my entire life has become a never-ending battle for survival, and I am starting to lose it. So I would like to leave, but I'd also like to go to the keep.
That's a really good point. You should retire and settle down as a tailor and just make clothing. It's super safe and really easy.
You know what? I would love that.
Nice secure job too. Everyone needs clothing.
Yeah. Clothing all looks alike too.
Even if we wanted to leave, we'd have to get back to the safe house and get the drum, and I don't know how easy that's going to be with these Bernie freaks chasing us around. I think it's pretty safe where it is. We could probably make it to the keep, hang out for a couple of days, let the heat die down. You know, the heat's on the island and the heat's off the island. Maybe they'll go back to sleep and we can sneak back out in a couple of days. Or maybe we'll find something cool.
I said we just
Those
start
skeletons,
murking
I don't think
skeletons.
we're gonna die down anytime soon. But maybe they go back to sleep. You're right. I like the idea of going to the keep.
Yeah,
Why don't
but
we get
can't
a
do this.
nice
That's
secure
right?
chokehold, and we just kill skeletons? Have Archie beat him to death.
I have a question. Are there more skeletons like stirring, or does it seem like the ones that are getting up have gotten up?
So they got up, a few of them walked around, and now they're all just kind of standing there. Maybe one of them shuffles around a little bit, but they've come to sort of a resting, standing stop. You're fairly certain that there are more skeletons in and amongst the town that are just out of line of sight right now. But they're not like running around chasing chickens.
Can I like walk over to the edge of the building and like wave my hands and like see if I can get the skeleton's attention silently? See if like can they see?
Watch out for the tiles, Sail.
Yeah, you wave your hands around. They don't seem to take notice of you.
All right, I think these things are blind or something, or they don't see the way that people see.
Very
Well-
astute, Sale.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, I
this
bet they
information
can't
is
talk
useful. You
either.
know what? You guys are being assholes right now. I'm trying to be helpful.
All right, the keep is which way, Neil? To the west?
Yeah, it's like
That's
that
the side of the
direction.
mountain? You know, I feel confident that I can leap between the buildings, right? There's vines everywhere. I think we can do this. We can just hop from roof to roof. Maybe we kill one or two if Archie falls down or if someone falls down, but
What's the
can follow
problem
their
with
roofs.
just like finding a nice choke point, Captain Winters, and having Archie just punch them one after the other?
well,
Captain, I'm not gonna lie. Those roofs, they don't look super intact. I don't know if they're gonna hold me pummeling, like crashing down on them as I jump. I'm not feeling super confident in that.
Well, the alternative is to go down to the street and fight our way through. As for your plan, Nora, I feel like, you know, out of game, every skeleton that fights him is going to get an attack, so eventually he's going to die. You know?
Depends on
One
initiative.
of them got me pretty good earlier. I mean, I can wipe them out in one blow, but I don't
good
think
did
I
they
can
get
take
you?
on the entire army.
Yeah, I think you can kill a lot. Enough that we can fight our way there, probably.
Wait, I think I'm having an idea. Could we like?
Wait, why would he get?
Go
Why
ahead.
would they get an attack? Like, let's say he read his attack, right? And then they come into the range. He probably kills one skeleton a round. Probably takes them to come in. No.
Well, since there's like 5 of them within range, you'll
I guess
kill
it would
one,
just
and
depend
the
on how
next one will
Koibu would want to rule it. It would depend on like the choke point as well, right?
There's no
also
way
feel-
you just get infinite ready to attacks without them ever being able to attack back. Like, that's not
Yeah.
going
Probably not, but depending on the choke point.
My worry is that it would also be like a zombie movie where they're just gonna start like clawing the walls, and then the walls are gonna take damage, and then all of a sudden we're in like a very tiny room
Yeah.
surrounded by skeletons.
Yeah, there is not.
Well, if you make them like a pathway up to the roof, right? They're
Yeah,
gonna have
that
to
could
climb up. Archie and we can hold them back.
Or make like a little ramp for them and then just
Yeah,
start
like make a
kicking them
ramp
or
for them,
kicking
and
them
then
off.
you, just, you kick them off as they come up. Yeah,
That doesn't sound bad.
That is pretty smart, actually.
because they're stupid. They're just gonna walk up what they can to come get us.
Wait, I got. Is there any like long pieces of wood over here, Neil? That you know, might
There's
make
an
a
entire roof full of long pieces of wood that you could begin to tear apart.
Yeah. But is there any loose ones?
Is there anything?
I
like,
mean, they're
remotely
under
heavy
your
up here?
weight, so no. You would need tools to pry apart the building appropriately.
Alright,
What would you say,
yeah.
Potato?
I was gonna ask, is there anything like heavy, like a big shingle that I could like drop on one of their heads?
Yeah, you can tear off these shingles and throw them down, just like Captain Winters tried to do.
We're like, all right, I've got an idea. I'm gonna try to dangle from the roof. Like, how many stories am I up right now?
You're about you're at the apex of that rooftop, so I'd say almost 20 feet.
Okay, can I go over to the corner and like be like, Archie, take my arms and like help me dangle, and I'm gonna like try to dangle off the roof to see if I can like get a skeleton to come over.
You want to dangle your feet to lure a skeleton towards you.
Yep.
And what happens
Okay,
when it comes
right.
towards you and tries to attack you?
I'm going to immediately pop back up on the roof.
You're gonna like crunch and like pull your legs up.
Yep.
Okay, so if you dangle
Fuck
from
'em
the
up,
edge of the
Koibu.
roof, the edge of the roof is maybe it comes down. It's maybe like 10 feet, a little less from the ground. So if you dangle your full body height, then you'll be like your feet will be 4 feet off the ground, a little less than 4 feet off the ground. So well within skeleton attack range. And it'll be a matter of how quickly you can scramble up versus how quickly they can get to you, right?
All right.
So we'll make an initiative roll, and you'll have initiative 3. All you got to do is like pull yourself up and stay up and not, fall back down as you pull your weight back up. And if you win, the skeleton will essentially have come over towards you, but you pulled yourself away in time. And if you lose initiative, then you're scrambling to get up while the skeleton gets an opportunity to attack.
All right.
Bills
I
is
feel
the
like
fucking-
skeletons.
What's the end game here? I don't understand what even
See if I
the.
can get it close to the roof, and then we can just like drop things on it.
Yeah. Do it.
I rolled a 7.
Do we have
Let's
any?
see.
Wait. Archie's gonna.
It rolls an
shoulder.
8. So yeah, you dangle your feet down below. The skeleton starts coming towards you. You begin to kick and pull, and you got Archie up there. And I think between the two of you, you can pull yourself up from the ledge without too much effort. And the skeleton has just moved itself like right to the edge of the rooftop and has stopped.
I want to like drop some shingles
This
on
one's
it.
gotten a little bit closer. This one gets a little closer. This one gets a little closer. Yeah, you just drop some shingles down on the skeleton, and eventually you destroy it.
Oh, these things are easy to kill, guys. This is easy.
Okay, so if I look around, like I want to be looking over here precisely. 18 in. Okay, genius.
Big brain.
Yeah.
Do I feel like that there's enough material down here that we could probably make like a ramp that skeletons could probably walk up of, or no?
You
Granted,
can make
like,
a.
let's say unlimited time. Is there enough material?
If there's unlimited time, you have more than enough material to build a ramp or a house or a fortress even.
Sure. Let's say 10 minutes.
Probably not 10 minutes to build a stable ramp. That's probably a bit more effort. You got to get boards that are still intact and place them appropriately and then brace them and add some other
Proficient in
shit. Yeah. That's probably not super
Awesome.
applicable in throwing together a makeshift fence. I think carpentry is more like I'm going to make a cabinet. I'm going to make a barrel. It can't
Can't
hurt.
hurt.
That's true.
Maybe give him like a little bonus to a roll. That's like
A little. Yeah, a little bonus.
Okay, a little bonus. Yeah.
like maybe
Just a
he
little
can find
bonus.
the pieces of wood.
I know my way around a piece of wood, like.
So if we want to do this, probably be 20 to 30 minutes to make a ramp. So we would need time to like search down here. So we would need Saol and Archie to defend us, me and Captain Winters, while we search for the correct pieces and like build the ramp. Do you guys want to go this route, or do you just want to go to the keep? I'm cool either way.
I don't think this is gonna work, but I also don't see a harm in spending half an hour trying to do it.
These skeletons aren't that tough, but like if you want to build a ramp, I'll help, I guess.
Sure. Can we
Yeah,
throw
we can
shingles on
do
this guy, or no?
Yeah. You can throw some
Sure.
shingles down. Make me an attack roll.
Oh, you
Oh,
make him
gotcha.
make an attack roll?
Well, the other one was
fast.
right underneath you, and all you got to do is drop it. This one, you actually, is not quite to you. You got to give it a bit of a toss.
You get the first one for free, Moon.
That's how we get you. Yeah, you throw a couple of shingles at it. You know, they bounce off of the skull without doing any real damage, or they fall nearby the body. It's just kind of incidental. They break over the head, and the skull stays intact.
So, are the skeletons like just mingling now? Like they seem
Most
to
of
have
them are
lost
just
interest in
standing.
us.
Yeah.
So if we could stick to the roofs, then
Yeah.
like all we got to do is just every time we get seen, climb the nearest set of houses, and then we should be fine.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
we want to go to the keep, yeah.
Is,
I
is
think we
there
want to
anything,
go. I want to go to the keep.
Okay, cool. Let's go to the keep.
is there anything
It's drawn on the
distinguishable
map.
about these skeletons? Like, is there anything I notice, or can I like see something? Like, do they have markings or like vines going
No,
on?
they are picked clean of any sort of flesh. No flesh whatsoever. They're clearly just bone, and that most of the bone has been bleached white by the sun. You can see some skeletons will have like part of their body bleached white, and the other is still sort of yellowish, where they must have been like half in the shade, half in the sun when they fell down. But aside from sun bleachings and little scratches on the bones from where animals must have chewed the flesh away, there's nothing of note from that you can see from a rooftop. Maybe if you could inspect a body, there might be more subtle signs.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're gonna go roof to roof, Koibu.
Can
Excellent.
I chart the path then? I think I've got
Absolutely.
The best. Yeah.
Yeah. So you
So,
want to
I
clear
wanna
this
try and-
10-foot gap.
Well, I don't know if that's the best path. Maybe depending on how the vines are, maybe maybe go this way is better.
Well, I mean, this is all of a sudden like a 10-foot gap
Or
is maybe a bit
going
tough.
this way.
But a
like over
15-foot
here, like
gap to
this.
clear is tough. Yeah, this is only 5 feet. That's pretty easy.
But I'm not just trying to get off this map, am I? I've got a long way to go to get to the keep, half a mile. So I feel like we're not going to be doing this based on.
No. But if we can get to the edge of the map, then we can, dice roll the rest of it. If you can just navigate this sort of situation, we'll apply it.
You ready?
Well, I
for
mean,
it?
then you're probably gonna want to go 5 feet.
Wait, is it really that bad if we touch the ground?
No, it's not.
because-
It's fine.
To buy time for Nilrim, I could like I don't know, jump down here and then scramble up a building after skeletons move a little.
Yeah, Nick's plotting a path. We're good.
Okay.
There you go. Like that.
Yeah, there you go. All right, who wants to be the first one to jump that 5-foot gap?
I'm going first.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah.
All right, Captain Winner.
What's
5
the DC?
feet is pretty fucking easy. It's not necessarily going to be a strength problem here. It's going to be more of a like getting your footing right on the tiles because they're not all perfectly intact. It's kind of old and in disrepair, and then making sure you land properly and you don't fall off. So we're going to be doing a dex check for the 5-foot gaps. It's just a basic dex check. When it comes to the other ones, it'll be a little bit excellent, easy peasy, Nick. No problem.
I
Let
can
me
now
just
help other people as they come
make
across.
a
want
unimportant
Archie to
dice
help
roll
other
on the
people.
side.
Yeah, but I can help the first guy, and then Archie can help.
Yeah.
The thing
Testing.
is, if I jump, it's the most likely to collapse under me, so I should probably go last.
Oh, we should only do one person on each roof at any one time.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that in mind, then I'm going to jump to the next one now. This one's 10 feet.
Yeah, so this is a 10-foot gap. This one is going to be a little bit tougher. 10 feet is a pretty long way to go. You're going to sort of have to like Superman it out and like grab on and then scramble to clear a 10-foot gap where you're jumping and landing on about the same elevation.
I'm going to kill these 2 skeletons here first with my rocks. So I'm going to make some attack rolls until I can kill these guys.
Yeah. Throw me some... Yeah. Throw me some things until you roll a 1 or you kill them all.
12?
12's a hit.
So they're moving over here as we're jumping across, yes?
Yeah,
2d4?
a couple of them seem to react to what was going on. Can you roll me D4 for these shitty roof tiles that you're throwing?
No, these are stones.
Oh,
These
then
aren't
2d3.
roof Okay, so it's double damage collision, right?
Yeah.
Right.
3.
Yeah, you destroy the first one, no problem. Yeah, you throw a couple more rocks there, you hit another one, roll me 2d3. It's okay, it has 2 hit points, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
Okay, wait,
you destroy
1,
those 2.
Do we feel like these guys are following us? Do we feel like they're reacting to the sounds we're making or like our general movements? Is there anything that we notice?
They definitely did start coming in your direction when he jumped from one roof to the other, which is about the same time that the rest of you guys all walked over there. So they did seem to react to that movement and those sounds in particular. But you can't tell if it was the movement or if it was the sound yet, since it all kind of coincided.
If they're coming, then I'm not wasting time. As soon as they're dead, I'm jumping to the next one.
Go for it.
You want a dex check?
I would like a dex and a strength to cross the 10-foot gap, because you gotta really reach and Superman and lay and grab and pull and do it all perfectly. But you can do that.
I mean,
How about you start like trailing rope with you?
Yeah.
So you can throw it across, and then like if the other guy fails their check, they can be pulled up or something, or they can climb up. Do you know what I'm kind of saying?
Yeah.
Another idea is to have one of us like scramble down and be shoving the others up, and then have like Archie pull the last guy up. Like if it's a particularly difficult gap, because
That's
there's
true
no
as well.
skeletons around.
Yeah. Just give me that
I might end up
strength
on the
and
ground here. Yeah.
dex for this one. Nice.
Oh, there we go.
So you
got a
managed.
20 on the dex, but
You got a 20 on the dex. The strength is close, so you reach and you just can't quite make it the right distance, and you are going to end up flopping to the ground. And roll yourself a d6 for damage.
Pulling check.
Do you have tumbling?
Yep.
Then you're fine. You realize you're going to hit the ground, and you can tuck and, land, brace yourself against the ground in a nice, easy way and lean against the wall. And as you look about, this skeleton starts coming directly for you. I think we should all roll quick initiative. It's probably just going to be the one skeleton, but it is coming for him.
Do you want me to roll in? Or can you
Yeah.
just
Everyone that
roll in?
wants to do something, roll in.
What's like throwing a shingle?
3?
4, because you gotta like pull it off the shingles. It's not like on your character already.
Sure.
It's just a couple of little skeletons. They're not that scary. I wouldn't. Probably don't even need the whole party to roll into initiative.
Surely not.
Yeah. Archie and Sale, you're just chilling, right?
I laugh as John hits the ground.
John hits the ground. He does his bracing thing. The first skeleton quickly shambles over to you, moving with surprising speed, and it will reach out with you with the claw. That did not roll right. It rolls a 2 against you. It just kind of pushes against your body and fumbles and flails. Another skeleton quietly sneaks up from the backside. Your brothers in arms will call out to you that it's coming, and it will shamble against you with an 11 plus maybe 1 for flanking. 12. No good.
No.
Nilbrum.
I'm throwing a shingle.
8. Miss. Captain Winter.
I was going to throw a rock, but now I've just got it in my hand. I'm just going to
You're just gonna bash him? Yeah. Whoosh. Swing and a miss. Next
That's how you
skeleton.
die, Nick.
I should've
Shambles
done
over.
Seeing the third skeleton, can I like jump into combat now?
Yeah, you can roll in at the end of round. Third skeleton kind of comes over, and before you know it, these surprisingly fast-moving skeletons, movement 14, so a little faster than human speed, are all around you. This one scores a 17 plus maybe 1 for flank or 2 for back, so 18 or 19. I think that will hit you, and it'll scrape into your flesh for 3 points of damage.
I get my offhand attack with my...
Yes.
Firing
I suppose. Yeah, I guess you could have drawn your dagger as they were coming towards you. No problem. Maybe we should actually turn on the combat music. This is 3.
How much damage?
3?
Yeah. Got it.
Bye, Nick.
There are
see you
skeletons. It's a little more dangerous than maybe we had anticipated. So let's have everybody.
They
Sale.
all want to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was basically going to be like, all right, these skeletons are pushovers, and we're just faffing about, and I'm just going to jump down and start hitting this one.
Excellent. You can drop to the ground, no problem. Come on up behind the skeleton from its backside as it's going after the captain. And
I assume I don't know that like bladed weapons aren't going to be effective yet. I don't think anyone said that to me, so I'm just going to make a rapier attack.
Yep. You stab
Holy shit,
right
the
between the
rolls.
bones. You miss the skeleton. You just kind of clatter around inside its rib cage, and that is the end of your turn.
Can I realize that things are getting serious and roll in?
You can roll in right now at this next round of initiative.
Got it.
Yeah.
Hey, rolling in.
Holy shit. A lot of skeletons you're rolling over there now.
Just in case I need them. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry. Is that everybody? That is everybody. Okay. So this skeleton already started moving last round and just shambles up behind Sail. Sail gets alerted by his allies yelling at him, I'm sure. The skeleton will reach out with his claws. The 17 to hit.
You know?
Yep.
Bashing you in the shoulder, ripping your flesh at your neck for 1 point of damage. Nilram.
I'm throwing a shingle. It's literally all I can do.
You throw the shingle.
Wait, this guy's right below. That was an auto kill last time.
Oh yeah,
Assume
my
like-
You guys had like infinite time, I was assuming. You were just dropping shingles on his head.
9.
9. I'll give you a bonus like back attack, so
high
11.
ground?
Yeah,
Yeah.
11 will hit. Shingle
D4.
would normally do D3, so 2D3 against the skeleton.
5.
Nice.
Let's see if this one.
Okay. Oh my god.
Not quite killing him, but
beefy
doing
skeleton.
devastating damage. This one will start shambling his way over here. Probably not moving at full speed. He can go 100 and he can go 70 and make an attack. So the skeleton, will just shamble over in this direction, but not get to make an attack by the end of the round. Just like, "Rrrr."
Well, guess we're killing them all.
This one right here just moves a little bit closer to you, Winter, and gives you his full attention as he reaches out with the dagger in his hand to thrust into your rib cage with a 15.
No.
No. Ooh, turned aside by your armor spell. The one in front of you has nothing in his hands and goes to choke you,
Blocking
and
this
just
guy.
like stumbles
Oh.
right over a stone in
Guess
the
I
ground. But you said you were going to block him, so go ahead and make that block attack.
Can I block that kind of attack?
You can.
Okay, I'll take the block, but I'll also take my attack of opportunity from doing an unarmed attack.
He's a monster. You don't get opportunity attacks for unarmed attacks against monsters, only against humans.
I see.
I mean,
Yeah, great. Yeah,
That'd
he
be
comes
human.
towards you, and you push him back with your offhand main gouge. The skeleton stumbles away a little bit, trips over a rock, and falls himself prone. He rolled a 1 on his attack roll.
Nice.
And the other one directly behind you seems to have, I think that's a club in his hand, just some stick he picked up off the ground. And he brashes it over your head, and the stick breaks on your shoulder, and he drops the other half of the stick, and we'll continue with just regular melee attacks. Archie.
can I do a fucking? Can I jump on one of them as I punch them? Like
You want to, yes, the infamous pancake maneuver. Highly
Yep.
effective. I will give you a +2 for like a charging from the sky.
All right, and I just throw out one of my punches in.
Yeah. Oh my god, Archie.
It just doesn't stop.
The skeleton is just dead. You don't have to roll the damage. You can if you want. It's a lot of dice. But he had 7 HP, and there's no way you're gonna not do 7 damage to him. I've seen your dice
I'll
rolls.
I'll just roll my. Yeah. I step out of the dust that I just created, and will attack the next skeleton with another punch.
Oh my god.
Crash him in the back with the punch, shattering the skeleton. Okay, seriously, someone's got to fix this problem now. All right.
Stop it.
This is just ridiculous. Those are your 2 attacks. Captain Winter, Archie, as always, is here to save you.
All right, so this guy on the floor here, I want to stamp on his skull and like smash it, and then I want to swing the rock into the head of the one to my other side.
Go ahead and make me a kick attack at +4.
Okay. 25.
You shatter the skull.
Yeah,
I think a kick would normally for you do D4 damage, and he's critical, and he's weak against bludgeoning, so it's like 44, and he only has 4 hit points. So you shatter the skeleton's skull, and the whole thing stops moving right away.
And then I swing the rock around in the skull of the other one for a 20. Yes.
Ooh.
That's a crit as well, right?
Yeah, you're dual wielding,
so
so you're getting the regular penalties, but it doesn't matter. You shatter this skeleton as well. Yeah. Another one bites the dust.
Can I use my movements at the end of the round to climb up here?
If there are no skeletons nearby you by the end of the round, then yes. We'll see what the end of the round brings for you. The next one is over here. And we'll shamble up to this spot. Actually, I'm going to move this one out of the way. We'll shamble all the way to here. So if that skeleton's gone, you can climb no problem. Otherwise, you will provoke an attack. And this guy will shamble like this towards Archie. And that is not enough. That is more than enough distance that he cannot also make an attack at the same round, leaving us with Sail. There's one behind you, one in front of, 2 in front of you.
Can I turn around and attack the guy behind me?
Yes.
All right, I will find my character sheet so I can roll my attack roll.
Excellent. You catch him square in the solar plexus, or what remains of it. Roll me damage. 2 damage, round down to 1. The skeleton lives. You knock off a few of the ribs. It looks weakened, but still at full fighting capacity because rules are silly. Winter, you go to start climbing up the building when the skeleton comes around the corner.
I went through it if the skeleton's there.
You can drop to the ground so it doesn't get the attack on you.
Yeah.
And let's roll into initiative next round. Yeah.
I'll say, Sail, your rapier is not good against them. Use like a rock or a stick or something.
Okay, I'm like basically looking at the rapier in my hand. Can I use it as a club by holding the blade in? No,
I think the rapier, you're still going to cut yourself on the rapier.
Yeah. You can do that with a longsword, but not a rapier.
Yeah, if you've got like I can't remember the name of the square part of the blade. Yeah, you can turn it around and murder strike them.
But I mean, wait, doesn't a rapier have like a hand guard? Like, couldn't you almost just use it as like a punching weapon?
Depends on the rapier. If there's got like a nice fancy basket hilt, you could definitely do that. But you know, we haven't.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We'll see what the official Archie fan art becomes.
I think I remember reading in the rulebook that if you get a basket hilt, you can get a +1 bonus on blocks or something like that. So maybe we don't have that.
Makes sense. All right, Nilram, you are first. Maybe not. Sail is first.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to punch the skeleton. Unless there's a rock near me, I can pick it up.
Yeah, just crack him with a rock. Nope. And Nilram, you attacked and missed. Captain Winter.
All right.
A few of these guys.
You know, I just throw a left at this first skeleton, and I'm gonna hit the next one with the rock. Okay.
Whoosh. You slip on bones. You recover though.
And I miss my
Second attack is a miss. Archie, it's up to you again. It's always up to you.
Can I like take 2 skeletons by their heads and like bash them together?
You would be exposing yourself to an attack of opportunity, but you could do it.
Wait, hang on. Archie's a monster though.
Archie is a monster, yeah.
If I could do it.
No, but so
how
he
do I
doesn't
roll?
take the attack. So he doesn't take the attack of opportunity, right? Because he naturally fights with his hands.
Kind of true.
That's why I'm giving him
the
just
thing-
1 attack against him instead of 2. Because he's got to just like reach into past 2 skeletons and that's I think one of them might be able to scramble off an attack against him for such a, a loving caress of the skulls.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
You want to do it, Archie?
I want to fucking do it. How do I roll for this?
I roll the attack against you. It's a 7. It's no good.
Okay.
So you just make me a regular 2 attack rolls. And if you succeed, then you've grabbed their heads and smashed them together. Hit. Yep, you grab both their heads. You slam them together. Give me 2d6 plus your strength modifier. Or your damage modifier.
So is that just a regular damage roll for my punch?
Yeah, essentially. And we'll add another d6 on top of it. So 10 damage to both the skeletons, and they crumble to dust before you.
I will let out a visceral scream as I do this.
Nice moves, Archie.
What does your visceral scream sound like?
It's late and my neighbors are gonna kill me. So
Okay, all right, that's fair.
That
Get
doesn't
away
apply,
this
Joe.
time. No visceral screams in the middle of the night?
No. It's too serious.
Okay. That skeleton's dead. That skeleton's dead. So it's just the one that's dueling with Sail that will try and axe you one more time. With a 4. The axe comes up. You parry it easily with your rapier. The skeleton fumbles backwards and then continues the undying press in your direction. Anyone have extra attacks at the end of the round?
I want to run up to the edge of this corridor here and look left and right. I want to, because on the map it looks like this path to the left is now clear of skeletons, but I imagine
It's
if
not.
I take a look around the corner, I might see some more.
Yeah, you will. Let me just place them real quick. And then randomize their tokens and their hit points.
You got a code that does that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Seeing more of them, I come back down this way. But I think we need to get back on the buildings.
Yep. Are you using a regular roll to roll this open? I think if you use GM roll,
There's just a roll multi-sided token button, and for some reason it decides to just show you what it is rolling.
oh, that's silly.
It's a little silly, and I have no control over it, but enjoy the various subtypes of skeletons. Second attacks. Archie, you get a second attack this round.
There isn't really anything in range, right?
Nah,
This guy?
it's true. Sales fighting that dude.
Oh, true. Yeah, I'll attack him.
Just Sail fights the skeleton for 3 rounds. Archie comes up and lightly blows on him, and the skeleton crumbles into pieces. End of the round actions. You got some movement left.
I'm
Rooftops.
gonna jump to this roof. Fuck it.
Do it.
X check.
Dex check. No problem. You hop on the next roof. Safe and sound. Captain Winter, where are you going? Yep. Give me a climb walls check or a dex check, your desire, but I think the climb walls is better for you because it's at plus, what did we say, 30? Yep. With the 30, you easily scramble up. Sail, Archie.
I'll also climb
Strength.
up. Dex check.
Yep. Dex checks to get up. Dexes, yeah. Archie can scale wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Sail?
to scramble up as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I'll stand here and be like, Nilram, I'll boost you. I'll shout.
Isn't it, Neil? It's strength to climb, right? Not dex. No. I mean,
Depending
I'll
on
use
the
dex.
architecture of the area, for this building, I was saying dex just to give it some variety, but if in many circumstances it would be strength.
Okay.
But like, if it's a real tangle of things and it's not real with lots of like ledges but also thorns and loose bricks, then it would be a dex check. If it's more like there's a couple of handholds but it's hard to hold on to them, it might be more of a strength check to like hold on to small grips and ledges. So it's a variable check, and we'll probably bounce between them depending on how I envision each individual building.
If you don't like the answer, just yell at him about it. Should be a strength check. In this one.
Yeah.
It usually works.
Yeah.
Am I able to get more movement since he said he's gonna boost me or no?
No, it'd still be the same
That's fine. Okay,
strength
cool.
and dex to do the leap.
Oh, can I do it again? I've done one this round. You can only
Right,
do
we
two
should
again.
go to the next round.
Cool.
So, by the end of that round, we will have had skeletons coming over here like this, and we will have had this one and this one and this one do something like that. This one maybe is over here now, and you've come over here, and you've come
How
over
high
here.
am I on the roof?
At your point, you're about 14 feet at the apex of that rooftop.
Seeing Captain Winters eat ass, can I position myself in a way where if I think I'm gonna fall, I won't take fall damage at the very least, like jumping across, or no?
No, because you would have to be below the height of the roof to do that.
And it's just a dex check to climb up, yeah?
Yeah, it's way easier just to climb than to jump from roof to roof.
So I can take my movement, go down easily without taking damage, and then climb, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
But you'd need to
I
win an
think-
initiative roll against the skellies.
Oh.
Because we
Yeah,
are rolling...
the jump, though, I
Yeah,
guess.
we're rolling initiative now. So, declare your actions. Like, you should declare if you're going to try and do the climb down and over or the jump. Because they all take time.
I'll declare that I'm
gonna-
gonna climb down and over.
You're going to climb down and
I'm
over?
going to throw
All
a
right.
rock, and then I'm going to the next one.
Since I
Okay.
gave up my last turn to help Neilrum, can he have advantage on his climb?
Yeah. On his dex check to climb, he can absolutely have advantage. 100%.
Oh God, I rolled so poorly.
Yeah, me too. We got some fast boys as well coming in.
I didn't think they would move again. I don't know. I'm dumb.
It's 12. Archie, you're just chilling, it looks like.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. First skeleton shambles over in the direction of Sail, looking for him, eyes only for him, reaches out to claw you with a 13.
Nope.
New, okay.
Question, since
Mhm.
I see the skeletons moving over here, I can just cancel my action.
No, because you've already declared your action, so you're like in the middle of climbing down and then the skeletons are just going to get to you ahead of time. That's why we second edition requires everyone
it's
to
fine.
declare the specific action at the beginning of the initiative roll, since there is a fluidity to combat and things.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah. This one will come over here and grab at you, Archie, not Archie, Sail with an 11 to hit. Also a miss. Another one coming down from the top, and this one will see the Nilrum that's coming down as he dangles, and will make an attack roll against the coming down Nilrum with a 4. Probably 2 for you climbing, but that's going to be a miss again.
At the minimum here, I don't have to climb down. I can pull myself
so
back up.
yeah,
at that
so
point.
like this point, you're going to be halfway down the building, and you
Okay.
can be like, whoops, 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 never mind, there's skeletons at
I'm-
my ankles.
That's my goal, is to pull myself back up.
Yep. This one comes over here, can't really get anywhere, but just fills in the void. This one comes over here. It'll have a penalty to its attack against him because it's trying to attack around the corner. 18 minus maybe 2 for the awkwardness is still going to be a 16, Sail?
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah. Skeleton will graze you for 1 more point of damage. And then
How much
Nilrum.
damage did you take on the last one?
1.
Okay. I'm just keeping track of your armor.
Yeah, I think I take 1 more damage.
I took 2 off, yeah.
You can
What
pull
check do
yourself
you
back
want?
up.
Okay, no check, thank you.
No check to climb back up, yeah. But if you want to jump, it's a strength and a dex.
Fuck that, I'm staying here.
All right. Sail, it's your
Can
turn.
I-
Oh, go ahead. No, I'm
I-
sorry. Sorry.
Can I pick up a
Go ahead.
shingle and just toss it, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
Excellent. Do you want to point out a skeleton?
Yeah.
Because I know their
I'm gonna
hit points,
smack
and I wouldn't want
This
to.
one.
This one.
Yeah.
All right.
2d3?
2d3.
5.
Yeesh. Almost dead. Sail.
Would I be able to disengage and climb?
Mm-mm. Climbing would provoke attacks of opportunities.
I mean, let's say I disengaged over to. Let me get an arrow.
Oh,
could I
like you disengaged
disengage
and
here?
did this. Right, so with the same sort of fluidity of combat, if you disengage and move and they want to follow you, then you would be like fighting them back as they come after you. So they might follow you, or they might like stay here to stay after these people. So you could disengage and move and then see what happens at the end of the first half of your movement. Is that what you want to do?
Disengage and move and see what happens after the first half of my
Yeah,
movement?
because
How
like
do you
if
mean?
you disengage and move over here, it's possible that some of these skeletons might follow you like at the same time. And so you,
Gotcha.
right, it's turn based, but you can't just like
Yeah, I got you.
things are still moving.
Has Archie not rolled into initiative?
No, not this round. He didn't. He chilled. I checked
in
with him.
theory, Archie could like pull Sail up while he fights them back, you know?
I think
a free
I think Sail would need to at least give him his hands to reach.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, Sail?
I don't know. I got myself into a really bad situation because I didn't realize the skeletons would move
Yeah.
twice before I thought I would have at least a round to help Milram up.
Bad initiative rolls. It happens. Combat is chaotic and messy.
I'm gonna at least try to disengage and go to here.
Yeah, so you can like whirl and fight these guys as you back up and like keep them at bay with your sword. And sure enough, the skeletons come for you. All of them come for you. They like come after you like a Congo line. I'm just moving the dead ones out of the way so we can see what the hell's happening. And they come down this line just like this. Except for this one. This one was too busy trying to get Archie's toes.
Based.
There you go. So that you have half your movement still left. What do you want to do?
Could I attempt to scramble up the roof?
Yes, it
To
would
my
provoke
left?
one attack of opportunity just from this one
Yeah, I'll take
instead of the 4 that it would have been a moment ago. Yeah.
that. I will take that deal.
7 plus 2 is going to be a 9. No dice. It misses you, hits your armor. You begin to scramble, and I guess just like it doesn't cause you damage, but it like grabs a hold of your body, and you end up like being pulled back down by the weight of the skeleton.
I should
that
have
not-
asked if it was strength or dex.
Yeah, that might have been a strength one.
Oh, well, we'll keep the 7. What is your strength score?
It would be 3 more, so it would have been a success. I should have asked.
It's true. I didn't declare ahead of time, so we'll just roll it. On a 1 of a 1d2, it was dex. On a 2, it was strength.
Fair.
It was a strength roll. You pull yourself up. The skeleton dangles from your pant legs as you like hoist him up as well, but he's got your leg and your belt in one hand each, and it's like up at your face. So now there's a skeleton hanging off of you.
Yeah, no worries.
The other ones are down here. Excellent.
Next round.
Winter.
Yeah, I turn and throw a rock at the Congo line of skeletons over there.
Yeah.
First. With a...
Saving throw versus death.
I think I got
Slick.
3 or 4 ones.
All right, you're still good.
One roll?
Then I run down here, leap across this way onto this building here.
Yeah, a dex check, real easy.
Real easy, like.
Just a 5-foot gap on some precarious rooftops.
Is that all my movements, or can I go a bit further?
I think with the attack and the movement, how far of movement was this? 25 feet? Yeah, you could get to the end of this roof if you wanted, but not jump the next one.
My vision, Neil, is that this roof is a lot more secure than this roof. So my plan is to just like come onto this last little bit for the last second and jump
Yeah,
off.
because there's very little roof here. So why don't we pause here for a moment? The party is scattered on rooftops. Skeletons are down below, but now you're all like safe, sort of safe, up on the rooftops where they can't quite get to you. So we're going to take our first break right here and come back in about 10 minutes with a little bit more Tides of Death. See you guys on the other side. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. So, we're on rooftops. There's one skeleton dangling at Sail's waist on the same rooftop that Nilram stands. We need to deal with that before we go forward with anything else. Because then once we're done with that, we can sort of maybe step out of combat rounds and make grander plans and do some, we don't have to micromanage our entire way over there. But until we get there, Sail and Nilram... There's a skeleton hanging from Sail's belt. What are you guys going to do?
I'm gonna smack it with a shingle.
I'm basically going to try and, grapple or punch it and throw it off the roof, off of me.
Excellent. Can I get just the two of you roll into initiative versus the skeleton? is dangling from your waist. 7, 9, and sail.
I rolled a 7 just there. I didn't have my token selected.
So you did. Huzzah. All right, you and the skeleton go at the same time. He lets go with one hand, the hand that's on your pant leg, and attempts to rend your flesh with a 13. 13 is going to be off by 1. It's no good. Mooton is definitely going to smack it with a shingle, and it will... It's fine. It has 1 HP. That's all we needed. You bash it over the head with a shingle thrown as Sail tries to, like, flail about, and the skeleton breaks and crumbles and dies and falls to the ground.
Thanks, Neilrum. I appreciate that.
I give you a solemn nod.
Okay. So it's
you
clear...
think you could make that jump?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to ask him if thinks he can make that jump.
No.
So it's clear to you guys that your actions are drawing skeletons sort of closer to you, and that they're fast. They might take a moment to realize what's happening, to like be drawn to something, but when they move at movement speed 14, and you guys move at movement speed 12. So they're a little bit faster than you, frustratingly enough.
If I like throw a shingle at a house, does that draw the nearby skeletons to the noise, or do they seem aware of the difference between like our noise and other noise?
They do get drawn to the noise. Yes, absolutely. You chuck a shingle to, whoops, that's not the right button. Yeah, you chuck a shingle over here or something, somewhere like easy to hit, back behind this skeleton, and that skeleton immediately like turns around and just like starts wandering off in that direction for a moment, and then comes to this spot and looks about and then just sort of stops.
Nice. Guys, use the tiles to make distractions. They'll follow the noise.
Yeah, I'll pick up a tile and I'll toss it over here.
Yeah. Excellent. You guys can start chucking tiles away from you, and sure enough, as they shatter against buildings and against rocks, the skeletons turn their heads, and then the bodies...
Actually, before I do that, these guys are right here. Can I just chuck tiles and kill these 3?
Yeah, you can just drop them down. I think there's enough tiles there that we can just dispatch these guys.
I'll drop and just murder these 3. Yeah,
no problem. Dead.
But for further ones, I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Big for us, Nick.
Yeah. So we can do that basically.
And we'll kill this one as well. I assume Archie will.
Yeah.
You can just drop some stuff on him. That skeleton dies as well. One by one, they fade from the area.
For the like scrambling down and up the roof, like how far away does the skeleton have to be for me to get that without rolling initiative?
Right. So, for example, this 10-foot gap right in front of you guys, not that big of a deal. You could do that in under a minute, easy peasy, probably like 30 seconds to go down and over. So you'd need a skeleton to be like within 100 feet. So you can sort of gauge a good distance around you, as long as there's not one like hidden behind a wall that you can't quite see. Right, so you can wait until all the obvious ones are gone, and then I'll just roll some fun dice on the side to see if there was a hidden one nearby.
Okay. I'll throw some away, so they're far enough gone, and then Nilrim is going to climb down and scramble on up this one.
Yeah. Let's roll some fun dice.
I don't like these fun dice.
Well, we're using the metal one now. More fun.
I don't believe in metal.
Made of
I'm
solid
gonna
brass.
put along to avoid there being too many people in this one house now.
Can I have a shingle ready in my hand to help?
Totally. You can walk around with shingles in your hands, or pick them up as you get from one rooftop to the other.
Like I'm readying an attack to cover Nilrum.
Totally. Yeah, so that way if Nilrum drops down and one does peer around the corner, you'll have an attack readied.
Yeah.
Yep, Nilrim will jump down and get ready to scramble up whenever you're ready.
The real treasure was the friends they made along the way. Clear to me now. You guys can take this route and do your distractions and scrambling and ready attacks and easily make your way through the town from rooftop to rooftop. And we can sort of just bypass this screen here, because I think you guys have this tactic under control now, and you've got patience on your side and
Can we roll
whatnot.
for how many skeletons come and like we kill for XP reasons or no?
So if they don't ever actually pose a threat to you, then you don't get XP for killing them. So we'll just ignore them all. Those ones that you like dropped on and auto killed, we're not counting for XP. Only the ones that might have actually been threatening to you.
To be fair, if we didn't drop it on those 3, we couldn't have scrambled down. I would argue that these 3 probably needed to die.
Hang on,
XP.
Neil.
Yeah.
I don't know about
We don't need to
Let's
spend
say-
15
let's say-
minutes talking about 60 experience points.
Okay,
But we do.
Point though. If I'm a wizard and I get attacked by 5 orcs and I cast fly and then kill them all with magic missile from the air where they can't hit me, I still get XP for that.
If you are a wizard who is flying over an orc encampment and then you just magic missile a couple of random orcs walking down beneath you, you don't get experience for that.
I know. They attack me on the road and I cast fly to get away from them and then kill them. That's
Okay,
more
so
like
these 3 we should get XP for because they attacked us were a threat.
All right, I'm going to tell you guys what's going on here. The DM is not counting the number of skeletons. I was just going to give you like a bunch of XP for skeletons.
Okay, fine.
All right, it's just we can't be bothered to count every fucking skeleton. They're not worth that much experience individually.
Okay. For the record, you breed this in us, Neil. Okay. This isn't, this happens because
I do
We're the
breed
monsters you created. Yeah.
That's why I love playing with you guys so much. Great. So you make your way through the town. Let's go over to the city map now. And make your way towards the keep. I'm just going to move Nilrum to represent the party for no particular reason. As you get towards the keep, you can see that it is, as I described before, there's like a 10-foot section of just like stacked stones that the keep rests upon. And the only way to the main front door is up this regular staircase, maybe 3 feet wide, made of rock, and then just a normal, ordinary door, maybe slightly bigger than usual, but a regular door that's really easy to defend. Next to it is a wall going from the mountainside to the keep that blocks off that area. There is a large gate in here. It looks like the gate's large enough to like pull a wagon in and go through. And the gate itself has been battered down. From your position earlier, you could see that there was another wall beyond the gate, and you probably could see that there is this other wall over here as well. So you've got many different potential entrances into the keep. What were we gonna say?
Is the keep door closed?
Yes, the keep door is closed.
What's the skeleton situation on the run up to the keep? Like, is it going to be a case of breaking from the roofs and sprinting and we're being chased, or are we kind of past them and we can chill?
There is a nice big gap of maybe 60 feet away from the keep, in which there are no buildings. So you would call this like the open murder zone, where if someone's assaulting your keep, you wouldn't want buildings to give the enemy cover, right? So there's a nice big open area that you'd have to make a break for it. And right around the front of the keep, like right around the staircase, are a lot of skeletons. And they're all like facing the keep,
Yeah. This wall over here, you said the gate's been destroyed, so we could potentially run through run in there.
And there are some bodies lying around here, some skeletons lying around here as well, but not nearly as much right next to here. And the map isn't to scale. You'll see there's some markings. This wall is 400 feet long. The keep is only 150 feet long, so it's really not to scale, but you can see some measurements. The wall is 20 feet.
Can I see over the wall into the courtyard? Is there more undead in the courtyard?
No, not from your position. You could see through the door just a little bit. There's like some stables against the back side of this wall that you can see that have been sort of ruined. But that's all you can tell.
Like sleeping skeletons, not animated ones, or animated?
Non-animated, yes. They could be just regular dead who aren't animated skeletons, or they could be animated skeletons waiting for stimulus.
Well, question, the ones outside the keep, did they wake up when we got close, or were they already?
No. None of them have woken up yet.
Have we been seeing them arise as we've moved through the town, or does it feel like all the skeletons in the... Okay. So
no. You'll get to you'll see like nothing in front of you, and then you'll hop a couple of roofs, and then you'll realize, oh no, those ones have gotten up, and there's some skeletons walking around now. So you could go for the door, go for the other door,
like
climb a
over
wall.
here was.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Does it look like this area was massacred as well? Are there like dead bodies like laying around, kind of how we saw in town, or does it look a bit different? Like, how does the scuffle look? I'm curious, like, what the White Prince's men did to like the keep is kind of what I'm looking for.
So the keep looks really intact. The front door looks like it has like axes still stuck in it and spears stuck in. Like, it looks like the door has been assaulted, but it doesn't look like it's been breached. All these tools are like rusted by now, and there are a bunch of skeletons around the front door of the keep. Some of them just, regular skeletons. Some of them have like little bits of, rusted metal strapped to them as if they were wearing armor once in their lifetime. But that's just around the door. So those look super sketchy. A lot of the other skeletons in this area that you've walked past haven't moved or gotten up or anything. They're probably just, perma-dead bodies.
Did it look like the keep was broken into? Like, does it look like whoever was here got in?
Not from your perspective. It's possible that
Maybe
they got in another door some way.
Or they could have went over or something, yeah.
Yeah, there are other entrances into the keep, but the main front door was not breached.
Interesting, okay. Sometimes
Well,
the doors are the most fortified places.
I could try and pick the lock, but I think that's too risky. I think we have to try and go through the other way. There's too many at the front door, right? We can't fight that many.
Is this on a map? How many? Sorry.
It's hard to count since there's such a big jumble, but there's
limitless?
at least 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's too much. Okay. Yeah, sounds like going the other way would be fine.
And there's no animated skeletons currently in the dead zone.
No.
They're
There's
all-
some back
okay, so-
behind the route that you have come, but there's none animated between you and the keep, which is, as I said, about 60 feet of clearance right now.
Do they like de-animate within vision range? Like, do they just kind of crumple back to the ground?
No, you haven't seen that yet.
Guys, why don't we sprint for the door, hopefully try and get through before any of these things wake up. Maybe we can bring something to barricade it from the other side. Then one of us holds the door, the rest of us clear out the courtyard, and then we should have a moment to breathe. See if we can find another way in.
I don't know. That feels really risky. Like a lot could go wrong there. These skeletons have been grabbing at us, catching us. One too many skeletons grab one of us, and we're toast.
I have fog cloud. Maybe we could do something with this.
Yeah, maybe. Put a fog between here and that door. Make a run for it. I don't know if it's going to work against undead, but...
I thought we agreed the undead don't have eyes, so I don't know if like blocking their vision really matters.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I have an entangle. Maybe that could like buy us some time.
Because by the time once we get through the door, cast the entangle at the exit at the door so no one can follow us through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Deal
would.
with what's in the courtyard.
Yeah.
Hope that it's not too many.
My only other spell for the day is Fist of Stone and Enlarge.
Alternatively,
Go ahead.
well, I was going to say I could try and climb up the wall and get a look at what's in there, but I'm likely to wake up any of the skeletons between you and the door by then.
Just move silently.
Sure. Is that what triggers them? Maybe they can sense our souls.
It seems that's what's been triggering them, right?
I mean, they followed those shingles when we threw them, so maybe it is sound.
Alright, hand me the rope.
I hand you my rope.
Alright, I tie the ropes, like I loop it over my shoulder, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to hand you 50 feet of rope. Can you put it on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Do you have to drop anything to be under encumbrance now, Nick?
How much does 50 feet of rope weigh?
8 pounds?
Yeah, I think that's right.
No, I'm fine. Alright, Neil, I want to lower myself down quietly onto the ground.
Yeah. Carefully,
And then-
gingerly. You take your time.
And then I will sneak, moving silently, and staying in shadows if possible, although it probably doesn't matter.
No, there's no shadows in the open courtyard. What is your move silently chance so I can roll it in secret?
65.
Okay, and you're making for the wall, not the keep. Okay. You lower yourself to the ground, and you creep across the courtyard towards that wall. The rest of the party, before we deal with Captain John Winters, what are you doing?
Letting John do his thing.
I guess it depends on how far away John is. How far away is he from where we are to the wall? Like 100 feet, or?
Let's see. The courtyard is 60 feet across, but then he has to go partially down the wall, so he has to go a couple hundred feet away that way. So the hypotenuse of 60 feet and 250 feet is, roughly like 280 feet away is the doorway.
I guess I'm mostly just keeping an eye out. I'm watching for movement, activity, so I can yell out and help.
Great. Keeping an eye out. Archie?
Yeah, just keeping an eye out, trusting John to do his thing.
Okay.
Just waiting for shit to happen.
Nilram?
Nilram is not keeping an eye out. He's hanging out.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
So Captain John Winters creeps across the courtyard real quietly, like the birds overpower the sounds of his footsteps. The, bending of branches in the wind are louder than him. He's quiet as a church mouse. And he creeps across the yard and gets all the way up to the wall without a single skeleton alerting to his presence.
All right, I'm at the base of the wall. How many are directly right next to me?
None.
Okay, I climb the wall.
So you're not going to go through the door, you're going to climb up the wall.
That's what I'm going to try and do, yeah.
Okay. Give me a climb walls check with no penalty or bonus.
No vines, no wear and tear?
No, this area, the courtyard here is all nice stone, so it hasn't been overtaken by the jungle as much as the town has, which has like earth around it. And wall hasn't been repaired recently, but it was well built to begin with, so.
All right. Easy.
Ooh, yeah. You scamper up the wall. It takes you a round or two to pull your full self all the way up and over, and you can see the courtyard beyond is sort of a ruined mess. There's definitely an area where there were stables, but they've all sort of fallen apart. You can see some like dead horse bones lying around. You can see that beyond this wall, there's another one, but this other one doesn't have a doorway in it at all. There is a doorway that goes into the keep at ground floor right here. And there is a doorway that goes into the keep from the top of the wall. The one that goes at the top of the wall has like a portcullis down in front of the door. And then there's like a wooden door behind it. The door at the middle of the keep, in the middle of the courtyard, also seems to be shut and closed. And there's like 30 skeletons piled up around it, but like laying down on the ground all over the place.
I take a look at this door with the portcullis. Is there any way I can like pick the lock to open the portcullis, or?
Yeah.
Right.
The door beyond has a lock that you could easily get to. The portcullis itself doesn't have a lock on it. It's probably some sort of chain mechanism on the inside. So you'd need a bend bars, lift gates to get past the portcullis.
Is it bend bars? Is that D20, that one?
It's a D100.
Wait, I could be wrong. I thought Ben Bar was a 10. I thought it was a 20 or a 10, because if you're at 18-100 strength, don't you only get like a 7 to it?
I just test the bars to see how strong they are. Okay, never mind.
Oh no, I'm incredibly wrong, because at 19 strength you get 50 Ben Bars. You're right.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so there is 30 skeletons in the courtyard as well. Okay, I will like wave over at the group, and I give them a thumbs up, and then I'll point to the courtyard, and then I go like,
I think he wants to dance.
But she will give a thumbs up back.
so then I give a come here, and then a shh, and then I start like unfurling the rope.
I guess we're all moving silently.
No, he's up there alone, I think, right now.
Now I am, yeah, but I think you need to go over here.
Oh, you want us to go over here?
I think so. Well,
Okay.
unless I can break in, open the main door, and you guys can sprint in through the skeletons without waking them up. But I don't think I can get through the portcullis. Like, if I have enough time and a load of butter nail, can I squeeze through?
No. But I like the imagery.
Okay, I mean, I guess we can come forward then, moving as silently as we can.
I think so.
And if we
Okay.
see, well,
Are you
I
want to
guess you
move
give us the
in one
wave.
big group, or do you
no,
want to
we're
go
gonna
one
move
at a time?
One at a time, I think.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let Archie go first.
Sure.
Yeah, right, Archie. Let me take a look at your character sheet right now, and we will figure out the very best that you can do for moving quietly. My God, your stats are insane.
Wait, before he does this, what's the deal with like windows and stuff? Like, do I feel like maybe I could climb the keep and get in through a window?
Yeah, the windows on what we're gonna call the first floor, which is actually lifted up off the ground a little bit. So you're in luck, Nick. The windows on the first floor are like barred and practically impossible to get into. They're designed to be like an impregnable fortress. But on the second floor, they look like, they're still defensible, but they're a little bit bigger. You think you could probably squeeze between some of the things here if you could open the windows. They're probably locked in some way, shape, or form, but you've got some lockpicks and you know how to do this stuff. In theory, you might be able to scale to the second or third floor, or even all the way to the rooftop and access it that way.
How dangerous would it be if I fall? Would I fall into the courtyard, or could I try and land? Would I land back on the wall?
You could climb the front of it, or you could climb the courtyard side of it. It would be your choice. Each floor is about 10 feet tall, so you're already... I guess right now you're 20 feet off the ground, so you're actually at the second floor. So you could just scramble to the side to a window, either in the front or on the side. And if you fail, you take 2d6 falling damage and then other consequences.
If I fail, what?
Like if you fail your climb walls check.
Do I get a bonus because I'm not going up? I'm only going sideways.
No, because you're still climbing walls, whether you're going up, down, left, or right. It's all the same.
All right, I think they're already coming, so I let it happen. I have this thought that's probably Archie is halfway down.
All right, Archie. So you don't have a move silently ability like a thief. So we are going to take the default, whatever a first level thief starts at for their move silently, and cut it in half, and have that be your move silently check, which is going to be
Isn't that
low.
already like
It's
like 15 or something?
Yeah, it's really tiny. But he's not a thief, so moving silently is not really his dealio. That said,
Yeah.
might
Silently,
Does he need-
just because you fail silently doesn't mean you don't move quietly.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would
Roll
be
that.
Good call.
10 plus nothing. But he's not
considering
wearing
5?
armor, so he's got
not
10
wearing
more.
armor, yeah.
So it's 20, so you've got a 10% chance to move silently, which I will roll in secret.
So he's got high dex as well, which probably gives him another 5.
That was another 10.
Oh,
No, the high dex doesn't help. You needed 17 dex to get another 5%.
okay.
Unlucky.
All right, Archie, you start creeping across the courtyard as quietly as you can. You get about halfway across the, 260 feet? You get about 130 feet there when one of the skeletons, kind of near that staircase, like puts an arm up and then another arm and like begins to prop itself up nice and slowly. What are you gonna do?
I'll keep on moving quietly.
You maintain the course.
Okay. As he's going, I'm bracing. I want to find something to brace against and lower the rope to help him get up.
Yeah, they're what do you call them? Parapets up there, so you're good. Yeah, the skeleton like slowly begins to rise itself to its full height by the time you're 3/4 of the way there, and then it begins to shamble after you as you reach the base of the wall, and the shambling quickly picks up speed. The rope is lowered and you can scramble on your way up, but now as you make it to the wall top, there is one skeleton at the base of the wall, just standing there.
Archie, Open these bars.
Um,
Come on, just pull. Just pull. Bend them, Archie. Bend them. You can do it. I believe in you.
all right, I'll try it.
You need
Wait, what is your
13
bend bars?
or lower on a D100.
No shot.
Come on, do
No
it.
shot.
I
Come
got
on.
this.
I mean,
No.
he is Archie.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But they're solid defensible bars. It's not going to happen.
Don't worry, no one's gonna do it.
All right, but now there's a skeleton with the rope.
Kill it,
Well,
fuck it.
I think maybe the two of you should go at once now.
Well, hold on. A character can try to bend bars on a gate that he couldn't lift, and vice versa. So you can't bend the bars apart, but you might be able to lift the portcullis against its whatever. So you can get
Is
another.
that a different check?
No, it's the same roll.
Oh.
Do it again, Archie. Come on. You can't bend them. You can lift it.
What do I roll? Same roll?
Same roll, 13 or lower. I mean, it's not going to happen, but yeah, there's no way.
What do you do? It's easy. What? Oh no!
What was your chance?
It's like one.
Oh, one. Okay, yeah. So the both of you try to bend and lift, and the gate seems nice and firmly stuck. Who wants to go across the courtyard next?
I look at Nilram and I'm like, well, this just got more difficult.
I'll go across the courtyard.
All right. Move silently, right?
Yeah, circumstances are gonna change when I enlarge Archie, right? He should get 2 more checks. He's gonna be 30% bigger, or would you disagree?
I'll do the math later, but yes, he will get another
Okay.
shot. I'll have to figure out what it is, but he'll get another shot. Yeah.
I'm way
Okay.
strong enough to assist him.
Okay. You've got the same move silently chance as Archie.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
I have a shingle in hand. I'm gonna move silently across the courtyard, trying to get to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Worst case scenario, I'm tossing the shingle, like across the courtyard. So hopefully they'll go fuck with that.
So if you are like coming for this, but there's already a skeleton ahead of you, are you throwing the shingle that direct? Which direction are you throwing the shingle?
Where's my party at?
So you got 2 people
Can
on
you
the
throw
wall
their-
and
can you
one
throw their tokens up
person. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So blah blah. Where are you?
I'm gonna be back here.
Neil, we can just move to a slightly different spot on the wall so the skeleton isn't right by where the rope is.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
the portcullis is right here, yeah?
the portcullis that we're talking about is on the wall, like going into the keep itself.
And that's where they're at.
Right. So they're at the edge of the wall where the wall meets the keep.
And the skeleton is...
Like right there, right at the edge of the wall where the wall meets the keep.
Do I feel like I can, like, meaningfully go around and meet them?
Yeah,
past the
totally.
skeleton?
Yeah, you could try and sneak past. Like that's an extra 400 feet between you and the skeleton. It's a pretty good distance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck
I'll
it.
shimmy along to the end of the wall then with the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Once I see him hugging the cliffside.
All right. Let's make our check. Look at Nilrum succeeding on the impossibly low check. You just
Nice.
skirt the
Big.
distance, nice and careful. Like you get over the wall. The skeleton doesn't seem to notice you, and you can, with the assistance of the rope, scramble up. Whoosh, safe and sound.
I give Captain Winters a knowing nod, you know?
Nice work.
Sneaky, yeah.
You want to give the gate a go?
Yeah, I'm debating if I should use the enlarge now, or if we should... Because I'm curious if we have our other high-strength party member, and they both do it at the same time, is that going to add to the roll
Did you
at
just
all?
mute
Koibu,
yourself,
or-
mate? Can't hear you.
Oh, am I muted?
I hear you.
No, I can hear Mooten.
Oh, you
No, I
hear me?
can't hear anyone. What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
It must be out of battery or something.
Hello, hello? How you doing, Nick?
I also have a spell that could help with this, so that's maybe worth me being there.
Yeah, I'll wait then.
Ask Koibu about it though.
Okay. So, Sail, you gonna go across next?
I am going to attempt to move silently. I'm going to scamper down and just like walking as quietly and as slowly as possible. I'm barely breathing.
Can Nick hear now?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You make your way the same path as Nilrum, sort of along the side. But as you're coming along that side of the wall, you hear something above you, and you look up, and there's some sort of like small little monkey-type creature up on the cliffside looking down at you. And sure enough, it takes some sort of fruit from the nearby wall or a nearby tree that it's hanging on, and looks down at you and gives you a and like hurls the fruit aimlessly at you. It's like 100 feet away. There's no chance of it hitting you, but the fruit does like hit the ground with a rather loud sound, like it's a dry, husky fruit. And as that happens, that skeleton near the wall like begins to turn, and a couple of the other skeletons near the front door begin to.
As I see this, am I able to take the shingle in my hand and throw it the opposite way? So I see them turning, so I want to like throw it like this way.
Yeah, so you run down the wall and hurl the shingle away from him.
Do I have to run down the wall?
Well, because you guys are already over on the far side of the wall, right? You ended up over
we're not
here.
Like at the top. Okay, then I wouldn't see it, and then I wouldn't throw. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So the other skeleton starts coming in your way, Archie. Sale.
Real quick question: are we on sand or like dirt or ground?
You are on stonework.
Oh.
Right.
Is it smooth stone, or are there like
cobblestone
stuff kind of growing through?
A few weeds here and there, but not very many. Not enough to make entangle super effective.
I am going to scoop up the fruit that the monkey threw at me, and I'm going to yeet it back at that monkey with the entire force of my being.
Sure, give me the world's greatest attack roll. You can do it. I've seen it happen. That's a strength check and not an attack roll.
Shit.
But it's a 4 on the die, so it does not go well. You yeet the fruit up in the air, it tumbles back down, the monkey grabs some poo, flings it at you, and then you realize that the skeletons are coming after you, and you've got bigger fish to fry than this little monkey. And
well,
you
I basically scooped it and threw it at him as I'm running. Like.
Gotcha. All right. You bolt. The skeleton comes after you. Slowly at first. It takes a moment to reorient itself. You can make it to the wall and get to the rope and get pulled up as the skeleton is reaching up to you, but a few more of those guys down by the front gate have gotten up now. And now there are 6 skeletons in this zone.
On the rope or coming at me?
No, just like in front of this wall. Slowly making their way this direction. You're already up on the wall, but now there are 6 active skeletons in this pre-courtyard zone. But the 4 of you are on the wall together. There is a stairway down right near the gate, but no one on the other side has seemed to take a note of this, and nothing is coming up the stairwell.
If I tie the rope around me and Archie braces against the parapet, and I go to shimmy across the wall to the window, is it not so far away that like
the window is more than 20 feet from the wall, so you will hit the ground before the rope becomes taut.
Okay, but I could probably get back up pretty easily, right, before the skeletons wake up. It won't be very far.
It's like 40 feet away from you. The gate, the door, is in the center of the building, so that's 75 feet away from you. Skeletons are sort of scattered around there, so the first window would be, like 30 feet from the skeletons if you fell right down.
But watching them, it takes them a round to get up, right?
It takes them a moment to get up. I guess it depends on how you land your fall, right? If you land and you like are out of breath, like get your wind knocked out, or you like twist your ankle, or you're somehow slow to get back up, they could be on you before you act. Or if you like pass your tumbling check, you could probably sprint away before they're on their feet.
All right, well, Nilrum, Sail, unless one of you can bend this portcullis here, I think I'm going to try and go for that window. See if I can come back around and open it from the inside.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I might be able to help. Maybe I can help Archie time the perfect time to pull it. And this is where I asked Koibu if I could use the moment spell to give Archie a assistance.
Ooh.
Basically, it gives him a +4 on their chance to hit in combat, but I think it usually just gives you a +4 to any D20 check. So I don't know how that would work for a D100 check.
Yeah,
just find the perfect moment when the bars are feeling a bit like low self-esteem.
Well,
That's
it might
the
be.
moment.
It might be like the perfect moment of us coordinating together to pull the back.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Priest can determine the ideal moment for any single action each round the spell is in effect. The action must be performed by a character other than the priest. In practice, another character informs the priest with an action he wants to undertake, concentrates on the action, informs the character when the correct moment has come, gaining a bonus of 20% or +4 on a d20. The success to the action. The spell can affect only a single action in a given round. So I think in this situation, it's not like when the bars are X, Y, and Z. It's when like you've got your breathing down, like a weightlifter or a power lifter. You know, there's not just the raw strength. There's the timing of when your breath is doing this thing, when your muscles are firing, all the things together. So yeah, you could give a 20% chance to his bend bars check, and we would let you re-roll it.
I'm also gonna give him. I think it's probably better just to stack it.
Yeah.
With enlarge?
So I'm gonna also enlarge him for 30%.
Okay, so let's take a look at Archie's character sheet here. You have 17 strength, and you're going to be enlarged 30% more. So your max press is going to go from 220 to 286, which will put your strength at 18-50, which will make your bend bars check 20%. And then the 20% for moment, which seems a lot for bend bars lift gates, becomes a 40%. That seems like a lot for bend bars lift gates. I can see in combat a 20% bonus or +4. But for the bending bars, I might have to reduce this bonus from 20% to 10% because there's less momentary advantage for this. So that would bring us to
him with my high strength, like.
The nature of this thing is really only allowing one person in there. It's a small door on the wall.
About 10% for bending, but this is more like lifting. So I think maybe the 20% is apt because you probably do need your breathing at like a correct pace. But if you want to bend the bars, I would even maybe argue like a 5% because it's not gonna give you that much.
You want to say 5% for bend, 20% for lift?
I think that's probably fair, yeah.
I don't think it's fair at all, but I love how you gamble. Let's do it.
That'll be for the future, okay, boys?
All right. So I'm just rolling 2 D100s, yeah?
Right.
So
So,
40 on the.
yeah, so the first one is the lifting of the gate, and that's going to be a 40 or lower on a D100.
I will squat down. I'll lift with my legs here. I'll put all my strength into it. I'll...
Oh!
Shit.
Close, but no cigar.
Once more with the bending, though.
I'm
Alright,
like
this is-
behind Archie. I'm like, breathe, Archie. You've got this. You've got
You can
this.
do it.
25%.
25 or lower on a D100.
Do I have anything talcum powder like that I can put on my hands for this? Any dust laying around, any
I
bone?
rubbed some sandstone off my pendant.
Ooh.
I'll like clap.
That's where that other percentage points are coming from. Makes sense now.
I'll try to bend the bars.
Yes! You grab the bars, and under your massive muscles, they just enough that you could each of you slip inside if the wooden door on the other side can be picked.
Nice work, Archie. All right, my turn. I shimmy in front of him.
I'll walk around.
I'm gonna like attempt to clap Archie on the shoulder, but he's like extra tall now, so I could just like barely touch his like middle back.
I'll clap you back on the shoulder, recognizing the amount of help that you put.
All right.
Roll damage,
Take
please.
on my D6 plus 6.
Yeah.
I take out my lockpicks, Neil. Give them a little blow. I whisper a little prayer to Jaxel as I attempt to break in.
Oh, my moment spell lasts multiple rounds. Can I do the same for him? For
Yes, it lasts 1 round per level. What's your cleric level?
3, I think.
You do a different person each time.
Yeah, can you do a different person each time? Shouldn't it just be one? I don't know that.
I think it's just like it's a.
It's a 50-foot radius AoE.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I can affect 1 action per round for my level in rounds.
There you go.
That's really good. You can give a +4 to someone's attack per round.
Yeah, you can actually take a +1 to your initiative and get a +4 in your attack if I have it running. But if I get hit, the spell gets wiped out.
You have to concentrate, so you can't
Yes.
Yeah.
do anything. Oh, okay. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
If like Archie's in a duel or something, we can
Yeah,
hook
that's
him up
fair.
with that.
Yeah, well, he can definitely use it on your lock picking because that is, the right moment to scrape a lock or to turn or apply pressure. So,
All right, well, it's 20 on top of this. Yeah.
easy.
Nice.
You pick the lock, and the door swings open.
I give a look over my shoulder and a wry smile, and then slip my way through the bars into the keep.
Then
Now you just gotta bend the bars.
we will see you guys on the other side of our break with a little bit more Tides of Death.
Nice.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Our party enters the still intact keep.
Nice.
It is not a
We're
ruined
rich
keep.
boys.
But the courtyard is ruined.
The courtyard's ruined. The inside of the
Does it
keep,
look-
however, is not.
Does it look like
Um,
it was ruined by war, or does it look like it was ruined just like by time?
Little bit of column A, little bit of column B. Like the
The skeleton's
damage.
at the door, so
Yeah, the damage from conflict probably instigated things, and then nature like took advantage of the
Took over.
openings and then like made everything much worse.
Makes sense.
So, how many years, Sale? How many years did you say it was since the White Prince sacked this place?
I don't remember. I would need time to rest and find that information exactly, but I could get you that information. I think it was. I don't know. He didn't say, but I could get it.
You think whoever lived in this keep could still be here? Might have enough food. Might be water.
I mean,
I look around. What does it look like, Neil? Does it look recently lived in, or is there a thick layer of dust everywhere?
There is a thick layer of dust everywhere, including on the desiccated, fleshy corpse at your feet.
I look down at the corpse and I'm like, I mean,
changed my
unless
mind.
he's alive.
Yeah. He's looking like he's having a pretty rough day. Excuse me, my lord. I say, kick him a little bit.
Any symbols
The
around?
body
Koibu?
slides to the floor with a bit of a clatter. The spear in his hand drops and rolls across the carpeted floor before you. Yes, there are colors and sigils and symbols all over this place. It looks like this keep was fully intact.
Being
There's
a
heraldry.
genius from the Dardennes,
Mm-hmm.
can I recognize the symbols or the colors at all?
Let's see. This is going to be a tough one. This is one of those outer ring islands, and you're a
I
young
think
man,
I passed
so you
the int
weren't.
check before on knowing what this island or where or what this island was.
Right.
I
you
think we
had-
did an int check to know where another island was, and I think I passed that. But
Yeah. So give me like a DC 25 int check to see if you can remember this particular legend. Ooh, so close. You see that there is a golden lion's head as the iconography on this person's tabard, and there's also some of it on some flags and tapestries draping around, and you remember something about the golden lion's head in the history of the Dardennes. It has to do with the time when the White Prince brought the Dardennes together and unified it. It has something to do with the unification of the Dardennes, but you can't for the life of you remember the specific details. It's probably a story you overheard once as a kid, and you're so brilliant that you remember that there was something about it, but you can't remember the details.
exactly what it was. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll recant to the party. I remember the lion, but I don't remember exactly about it. Maybe this was the other faction that he had to fight. I don't recall.
Well, that would
Do
tie in
I-
with what Sale said, right? He was resisting the White Prince, and they burned the town.
Do we recognize any religious symbols around? Is there maybe a major deity that anyone would recognize, like a symbol, like a.
You'll have to
prayer
search
bead or
the keep for it. It's definitely not right here in this spot. But there's a whole keep. Lots of floors. Lots
Let's
of
search
rooms.
as a group.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Yes.
I think we should search as a group, and we should have this room as our retreat zone, maybe. Like this is
Yeah.
where we come when stuff comes bad.
Let's out stiff here. I get Archie to help me move the dead body and throw him into like the next room or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that.
Right away, as you pick up the body, you notice that while it is like a desiccated husk of a person where the skin has sort of like wrapped tight around them, you'll notice on the backside there are like cuts to the body, like nice, neat cuts, like
Oh no, Neil.
someone had.
Somebody was trying to cut off little strips of flesh.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I've seen this before. The family, they must have been locked in here. They were feeding off this guy.
You mean they were eating him?
I nod.
And I think of more of like a wizardry background. I'm not specialized in it at all, but like necromancy is. Do I feel like that might be more of like a necromancer thing for spellcasting or whatever?
You know of this spell called Phantom Feast that necromancers have, where you can like let people feast on yourself in order to sustain them for large periods of time. But you would be a necromancer, would have to cast that. And this guy was holding a spear. He doesn't look particularly necromancer-y. But that is
So
a
it
thing.
seems like it's probably more like cannibalistic than magical.
Could be. Could be starvation.
Yeah.
Maybe these guys like were sieged and just ran out of food.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
This
I
doesn't
just
look
like
like a recent thing, like the flesh. It's like years and years. Okay.
Decades.
I'll be dead
But
by
I
now.
can inspect the corpse with like anatomy to see if I can like spot like an obvious way that he died, like just a quick once like was he hit to the head or.
No, you don't need the anatomy check. The corpse is far too old to determine exactly the cause of death, but there's no injury to the body. There's no like, he was definitely not hit in the head. He wasn't stabbed in the gut. This person seemed to have died from something. It could have been illness. It could have been starvation. Could have been dehydration. Could have been any number of these things. And then after the fact, those cuts on the butt were made post-mortem.
Okay, well, that's something at least.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe this place was under siege for a while and hunger sets in.
Yeah.
I
We'll
don't know much about-
travel and look around, I guess, as a group.
I don't know much about magic and the undead and stuff like that, but if whatever happened in that town causes all those skeletons to rise up, then whatever happened inside this keep, maybe it's made something worse. Let's just keep our eyes and ears out peeled.
Okay.
I agree.
As you spread out, you will find symbology for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 gods here. You'll find the symbology of Astaire, god of law and order, Martha, goddess of life and creation, and then their 5 children. Terran, god of farming and agriculture, Quantarius, god of trade, Nerul, family, society, home, Ephra, art and inspiration, and then Mathis Safi, which is like a binary god. They've like 2 heads and facing in opposite directions. One's male, one female. Deities of knowledge and wisdom. And they will be sort of scattered about here and there. There's like a little cove where there's a little shrine to Nerul, and then you like find a room with some statues. It's some sort of like grand hall, and there's like symbols of Ephra kind of scattered about. Ephra's got like this bright color palette as her holy symbol, and this is like tile work, so it stays bright if you can like wipe away the dust. You'll find a small little library with the markings of Mathis and Safi on the door before it.
Are there
et
any
cetera.
good books
I've
in the
already
library?
books.
You walk into the library and you can see that a lot of these books have been, like the bindings, the leather on the books have been chewed on by people, probably starving people. Some books have been used for fuel. Other books still stand. Some of them rotted and molded with time. Many of them still quite intact, though. I don't know how much time you want to spend right now perusing a library, but there are probably 100 books here that are in good condition.
Nilram will peruse the library as the others go around. I'm looking
Sorry.
for the magic book, Neil, that gives me a level up.
Right.
So,
One
can
day.
we boost Potato's volume a little bit? I think he's a little bit quiet compared to the rest of us.
Oh, am I?
That's what people in my chat say, but
Yeah, I've been told I'm a little bit quiet as well. I think it's partially because my mixer
Mixer's
is dying.
Mm.
Yeah, Nilram will stay in here, look through all the books, mainly looking for information about the Eternal Youth Fountain. He knows it's somewhere in the Dardanelles. That is his like big overarching goal, so that's what he's gonna do.
Okay.
but you're
the book
staying
guy.
here while the rest of us search.
Yeah, I'll just be in here. You guys can call me. Should be fine.
Well, just be careful, Nora. Shout if anything happens.
I will.
All right, let's keep moving.
So
Yeah,
tell
I mean,
me, what is it that you are looking for? Because I could spend an hour describing the
Yes.
keep to you.
Okay, well, two things. Well, three things, right? We're looking for the treasure room.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for anywhere where there might be like the writing desk of the Lord or something like that. Maybe probably in his bedroom. And the third, I would like to see if there's maybe like a back entrance out of this place with like a rowboat. Although I guess, well, they were under siege, so maybe they wouldn't have risked it. But typically a keep might have like a door down to the water with a boat that they could escape on that maybe we could use to get back to our ship easier than going back through the town once we're done.
Okay. Excellent. So, yeah.
I'm also personally looking for like, is there any of the dust disturbed? Has something been living or moving around in here?
Good idea. Yeah.
So everywhere you go, the dust seems undisturbed. This place is still. It's quiet. You are the only ones to have been here except for the spiders and the flies. There will be a great number of cobwebs and desiccated husks of little creatures here and there. You might find the occasional moth fluttering about that hasn't been caught up in spider webs yet. But
No signs of giant spiders.
no signs of giant spiders, no signs of undead activity, just nothing physical has really moved here except for small insects.
Great.
Looking around, you can fairly quickly find your way to the third floor, third story, where the people would live and where the lord or lady of the manor would have had their residence.
And I'm on the first story?
Yeah, you're on the first floor, in the library chilling. The other three of you are up on the third floor. You can find the bedroom, the grand bedroom, and it looks like it's mostly intact. The bed is made. There is a dead body in the bed with the blanket pulled up like over the forehead, so just like this long wiry hair is still sticking out of it. All the dressers are closed. The curtains are coming down around the four-post bed. There's still heraldry on the walls. There's some like crossed sabers over a shield right over the front of the door. There is a writing desk here with a closed book wrapped with a leather binding on it, like a leather cord that goes all the way around. The quill and ink placed right nearby, plants, nice and tidied up as if someone had just finished writing and made sure to tidy up the room, or if someone wanted to like leave a good impression for whoever found this.
Yeah, well, looking at the dead body, does this guy, one, has he been cannibalized, and two, does it look like he's killed himself somehow?
The dead body is of a... Actually, you're going to need PotatoMcWhiskey. You're going to need Sale to make an anatomy check to figure out anything about this dead body. But they don't look like a obvious cause of death. It's definitely a woman in her middle age, maybe 50s or so. Wearing fine clothing.
Glass on the dresser?
There was no glass near the dresser, no.
Sure, good style. What do you think?
I'm not sure. It looks like a lady. How is she dressed? Is she like in finery, or have the clothes like just worn away to just
The clothes are sort of old and mildewy, but you can see that they were once brightly dyed and of high quality make. Like what little stitching you can still see is very well done with some embroidery around all the edges. There's some, nice fancy rings on the fingers.
Yeah, seeing that, I say, all right, Archie, look around this place. Look for jewels, jewelry, silks, weapons, stuff like that. And then I want to go and open the book and flip it to the last page.
Yep. You can flip it to the last page. It is apparently an account of how long the people were here. The last page says day 657. And then it goes on to say that the end is near. Food has run out. The stomach for cannibalism has run out. The monsters outside of the walls show no sign of rest. We're out of arrows. There's not left to do but wait for help, wait for reinforcements. But hope is lost.
Can I ask Captain Winters? I assume he reads this out to us.
Sure. Yeah. I read the last passage. Dan?
Can I ask him? Can you read the first passage?
Sure. Yeah. I flip to the front of the book.
Mm-hmm. You find the section where the siege account begins, and it talks about how the ships have arrived out at sea and war has begun, and there's fighting in the streets, and there's trebuchets and ballistas from the ships, and the shipyard was breached, and the main town was breached, and the survivors had been brought back to the castle. And it's just an account of day one of the siege of this area. It seems all sort of fine.
Does it describe the White Prince's men as monsters?
No.
In these other parts?
No, in the very beginning,
page?
it sounds like normal combat. There are sailors that are coming and soldiers that are coming off of ships and storming the land. And there's a short account of the battle to kind of control the marketplace and the dock.
I flip through. Do I see when they start referring to monsters? And I want to see if there's a passage like the White Prince has turned up with orcs, or if it's just like mental degradation and they're just becoming a bit more crazy and starting to refer to them as monsters.
Day 100 on the spot is when the passage begins with the oath sworn have arrived, and that's it. That's all it says. And then like right below it is day 101, and it starts referring to the skeletons that have made their way through the town and are now just sort of like setting up around everything. And these oaths sworn, which are clearly the undead in this situation, have surrounded the castle. And they, over the next, 150 days or so, they end up using all their ammunition to try and kill the Oathsworn, and now they're mostly out of arrows, and they're keeping some in reserve, and they're mostly out of spears, keeping some in reserve. We've still got plenty of rocks to drop down on them, and that's pretty effective. And then by day 130, it's clear that the White Prince's ships have all left but one, and there's one ship of the White Prince left kind of floating out in the harbor. And then by day 250, that one ship is gone, and it's just the Oathsworn surrounding the keep. Somewhere around day 300, there's a group that tries to sally forth and break out, and they kind of get past one of the gates and make it into the town, and they don't make it too far, though.
Sale, you ever heard of this? The Oathsworn? Is this something to do with the Stair or the White Prince? What could this mean?
I think it has something to do with the White Prince, but not a Stair.
Well.
I don't know much about religion, but I don't think using the undead is something the God of Order would do.
Not as white as he have us believe, I guess.
Yes, I'm starting to think he's a bit of a dark prince. The massacre, using undead.
Well, I guess you can't read it. We should hold on to this book. If you said you were looking for dirt on the guy. Well, this seems like a good example.
Yeah, it could be evidence enough to maybe swing a noble who's already not a fan of his to my side.
Maybe. I look over to Archie. Archie, you find any valuables in here?
Did I find any valuables?
Yes, the lady's jewelry is still here. It was all nice and neatly tucked away except for what she's wearing. You got gold and silver, a couple of gemstones, some, lesser things that are decorative and still nice. You've got maybe 2 pounds of jewelry.
Nice.
Does anyone have an
any-
appraising proficiency?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any big necklaces?
She's not a fan
This
of the
is
big
style.
gaudy things. She doesn't have like a big ass
Just
blah
say
blah
she's
blah. But she has some nice fine jewelry.
Yeah, so like some silver rings I could like just kind of grab and wear.
Totally. Yeah. She's got like a platinum chain with a symbol of Martha hanging from it, like a pair of golden interlocked rings hanging off of this platinum chain. That's
Was there
probably the
anything that
most
looked
expensive thing
pristine?
around.
Or did it all look pretty pristine?
It was all pretty good. It was like tucked away in a jewelry box and closed, so there's not a lot of dust that got on it. So when the box flipped open, it all looks brand new.
Okay.
I
Does she
assume
have any?
I assume she was a smaller lady, so I assume I could probably take one of her finer necklaces and wear it as a wristband.
Yeah, she was. Let's see.
Roller stats.
She
Let's see her
was 5'4", 104 pounds, so slight of frame, average, a little below average height.
I'll take one of the necklaces, put it around my wrist, show it to John, be like, "Hey, what do you think? Looks good, right?"
Really good. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We should all pick one thing.
Except Nilram,
Yeah.
who's downstairs.
Yeah.
I'll pick for Nilram. I'll take a nice silver ring for myself,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
a clasp for Nilram.
Are we doing the stealing XP for the thief or no?
No,
Because
we're
this is
not
like a
doing
pretty
classic, right?
crucial thing for thief leveling, unironically.
I agree.
We're not doing individual XP, right?
That's what we said.
That's what we said, but I
Yeah.
think like the XP is so much for thieves.
You're all
Unless-
pirates. You're all thieves at this point,
All right.
so it'll be fine. It'll be
Looking through her wardrobe, Neil.
Yeah.
Right,
fine.
is there anything? Does she have any like hats that perhaps have really fancy feathers in them? I'm currently featherless, or I might have a seagull feather, so I'm looking for an upgrade. There's got to be something, right?
Yes,
He wants, like, a
she
bird of paradise.
has a shawl that is made out of peacock feathers.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
here we
big.
Here we go. I'd take one of them.
Just
Mhm.
one? You don't want the extras as your calling card?
Oh, okay. That's a good point. Guess I'll take the whole shawl. Then. That's a good point.
Yeah, you'll have to
Okay.
very carefully and gingerly fold it up so you don't bend any of the feathers, and actually probably carry it over your shoulder rather than put it in a backpack. But you can carry this peacock shawl with you.
One weight. If that.
Yeah, one weight.
Yeah.
It's light, but it's sort of
um,
awkward because it catches the wind easily.
So after reading the journal, I say, well, this kind of throws cold water on the plan of finding a secret exit out of this place. If all the ships had left, surely they would have hightailed it by now, once that happened. So sounds like we're gonna have to fight our way back through the town. But we still gotta find the treasure room. Keeps like this, they got a place where they keep all their gold, their magic items, things like that.
Well,
And-
one thing I do know is that I'm sworn to an oath, and if these things are called oath sworn, if we can figure out a way to make them break it, that would probably kill them.
Break their oath.
I don't know how we would do it, but there might be a way.
Is their oath to the White Prince or to Esther?
I have no idea, but if they're called the oath sworn, people know what they are, and names are usually descriptive. You don't. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a feeling. It's like a gut feeling that these things are kind of like me. I'm not quite a slave, but these are like a level deeper.
To be fair, he called himself Captain Winters. We didn't even have a ship, so names can also be bullshit.
So, we've not heard anyone else mention Oathsworn. Sale, you've not heard of this.
Never heard of it.
You think that maybe he used the undead to get his power and then has since, he might have used it as justification, right? The ends justify the means. It's worth doing something evil to get to a position where Esther is in charge.
I think Esther, at least the White Prince's idea of order and worship of Esther, is exactly that. Ends justify the means. as long as the law is followed, the means of getting there isn't super important.
This is why. What's the point in having laws, right? If only the poor sods living on the docks have to adhere to them, while the people in their fancy white towers can do whatever the fuck they want, then what's the point of them? Better to embrace chaos, I say.
I definitely agree. And also, based on the like 2 or 3, clerics I've gotten drunk with before, I can imagine them going into some weird philosophical argument where technically, if you enslave the undead, that's the perfect embodiment of order. But, that's bar talk.
Yeah. Well, we should keep looking. Archie, are we done in here, do you think?
I don't think I see anything else interesting to me.
Right.
After I perused all the books, I know this is gonna take a long time. I'm gonna do a once over the whole castle, looking for. My main thing that I'm gonna be looking for is like an awkward bag, like a bag that seems too bulky. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just looking for a bag of holding, you wish.
Yes.
Looking for the bag of holding. Gotcha. Gotcha.
But books first. I'm also going through them super carefully because I want to find some cool shit.
Great. So you can peruse the books and like check tables of contents and chapter headings and give them a good skim. None of the books seem to have the Fountain of Youth or other Fountain of the Youth related things as a primary topic, but that doesn't mean that it's not like hidden in the middle of the book. They happen to mention it somewhere. So after maybe like a few hours, you'll feel confident that it's not a main subject. But if you had maybe, how long does it take to read 100 books? Like a book a day? 100 days, you could probably read them all.
How, did any of the book titles or any of the table of contents like stick out to me? Anything that I think would be useful in our journey? Maybe like a history of, I don't know, the Dardanelles or something like that. A map. Anything you think would be interesting?
Might be a map in the war room.
Yeah.
If we can find one. If they've got one.
Something else to consider is maybe a book that was set aside and especially protected from gnawing.
Yeah. Just anything you think that my character would be interested in.
Yeah. I have...
You got a book Excel sheet, I heard.
I have some notes. That is too memey.
Too memey?
Too memey. There is a book called The Basics of Dwemer, The Auras of Magic, which is sort of like an amateur, maybe not an amateur, but it's a research book that you could use to flesh out a library. It talks about the basics of Dweemers and the auras of magic and how they shape and form and how an aura that looks like this is related to this, and just kind of goes into the defining characteristics of magic. There is another book called Elementalism, A Different Path, and it's sort of like introduction to elemental magic. You are not a diviner, a dimensionalist. So you've seen something like this of your own type, and this would be, practically Elementalism 101. It gives you some overarching concepts about it, written for someone who's not a wizard in and of themselves, but to give someone the generalized ideas of what it's like to be a wizard. And one more you find of use.
How much do these weigh?
Each book weighs 5 pounds.
Okay.
They're heavy.
That's fine.
Did you say that there was a shield and swords on the wall in the bedroom?
Yes, there are shields and swords on the wall in the bedroom and plenty of other areas. There are weapons all over the place. There's some armor too. The armor's kind of crap, like the chainmail is all rusted out. But there's lots of weapons and armor about. The other book
stand out as being. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Do that bit first.
Yeah, the last book you come across that you would find interesting is called The Morality of Mind Reading and Mental Domination, and it's sort of like an ethical like some ethics philosopher wrote down all of his thoughts on, the morality of mind reading and mental domination. And is it okay? And under what circumstances can you control other people's bodies and their minds? And what is it really acceptable to probe into these blah blah blahs? I don't know how much you wanted that would be useful.
Yeah, Noram's thought about this a lot already. He cast that book aside. He's good on that. Am I understanding of like how books are in this world is like everything handwritten? There's no printing press, right?
Almost everything is handwritten. There is a 3rd level wizard spell called Dictate where you can just talk and it will write for you. Or maybe it copies one book from another. There's another spell called Plagiarize that'll just copy one page to another. But that takes magic to do. Otherwise...
But any of these books are in their own right, like, expensive to the right person due to the fact of it's knowledge. It's just like, okay.
It's knowledge. Knowledge is difficult to store in this day and age.
Yeah.
Books and scrolls are easy to transport and painfully difficult to write. This is representing some scribes 6 months of handwriting this thing. And you'll find even in the columns there's like someone complaining like, my hand hurts so much, I wish my master wouldn't make me write this.
Okay, I'm gonna take all 3 of those books for the either the library, and I might sell the morality of mind reading. I'm sure a droll wizard would love to spend a week reading that.
That could be useful.
One of
somewhere.
these days, if we can deal with the undead, we could come back here and like transport all of these books to our own library. That would be cool. So any weapons or armor that we see, Neil, if I see anything that doesn't look worn by time, let me know.
Yeah,
we're looking for magic items, Koibu.
Right.
Yeah.
So you'll scour the place. You will find what was the treasury, and you will see that the doors are still open. Whatever coffers were in there are gone, and you actually see like a couple of coins lying around as if someone like dragged them out, and some coins happened to spill out. And through your searching of the whole place, you will see that a window has been left open, and some coins have been sort of stacked on the window's ledge, almost like someone maybe like left a pile of coins so they could like chuck them out over the ocean. This is one of the windows that faces the water, and one of the what do you call it? The shutters here are slightly broken and like knocked outward. You get the impression that whatever like box full of wealth was probably thrown out the window and into the sea, or maybe down to a ship below or something. But the bulk of the treasure of the keep has been lost.
Well, if it was thrown to the sea, it's still there.
Yeah,
yeah, it could be in the water right there. Maybe it was thrown down to a ship below. Maybe it was given to the White Prince as like tribute.
Wait. You couldn't throw a chest full of coins onto a ship. It'd fall through it.
Probably, yeah.
Ship up.
That's definitely not what happened then.
They threw it in the ocean, Nick.
This is awesome. We need to go diving for it, surely. Yeah. I mean, maybe not now, but at some point, we're finding that gold. I'm quite excited by this. Thing, do we see it? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Pickle.
I was gonna ask, like, can we like pop our heads out and like look below? Is it just cliffs? Is it just like sheer drop?
Drop, rocky, stony shore, difficult to get up on. Like the wall of the castle is built to be difficult to ascend, and you just see waves crashing down below with no ability to see anything else. By now though, evening is setting. It's beginning to get a little bit dark now that you're looking out. You've been searching this keep for a while, counting jewelry, looking at books.
Oh, I think we're spending the night here.
Yeah, what's the most fortified room in the keep? Do you think?
I mean, the treasure room,
whole keep.
Close the doors.
Yeah,
that's true. The whole keep.
I mean,
is there a dungeon in this keep, by the way?
Yes, there is a dungeon in this keep.
Have we explored it?
No.
We don't want to. Well, let's wait for morning to explore that.
I'll just say, all I'm saying is, when I was being put to bed as a child, bad things always came from the dungeon.
That's true. Can I try and lock the dungeon door, Neil, despite not having the key?
Yes, you can find the dungeon. It is on the ground floor and goes down, so into some sort of basement area. And I guess you don't have to explore. You can just be like, yep, this is definitely a dungeon. Let's lock it up. and give me that
We'll
lockpicking check.
We can come back tomorrow, but if I lock it myself, I can unlock it, right?
Yeah, if you pass your
Absolutely.
lockpicking check, you can open and close it, taking D10 minutes to do each.
Yeah.
No problem.
Perfect.
Cool. I lock it. That should help sail. Anything down there, we'll deal with it in the morning.
I hope I can get a good night's sleep thinking about the horrifying gelatinous cube that's just climbing up the dungeon to eat us.
Don't remind me. Of
Since we're just gonna stay in the keep, Norm will stay up through the wee hours, I guess. Enough for the rest of the night, not like the whole night. He wants to get his rest, but I guess looking for like a book on maybe this family's history or like a book on appraising, either or. Can't find it. It's fine. But...
Mm-hmm. There
I take
is
those gold coins,
definitely
Neil. How many were there? Sorry.
30.
30.
There is a whole book of like the family's history, and this is the son of so and so who's the son of so and so, and this is the daughter of thus and thus who is the daughter of that and that, on and on and on, and then it has
What's
like
the
little
family's
blurbs about all that jazz. That's a great question. That is the one thing I forgot to do. Their name.
Gotta be a good name, because they got the lion sigil, Koibu. They had to be some big people.
Wine.
The Lannisters.
The Lannisters. The Lannistons. Or just the Lancasters, that's what they're named after.
Oh, that's true, yeah, the Lancasters.
Yeah.
What was it, Lancaster and York or something?
Yeah.
Their name is Kaiser.
The Kaisers, okay.
Nice.
It's German for emperor.
Yeah.
Yes, it comes from Greek, Caesar.
Yes.
The same
Not
in
Greek,
Russian, Tsar.
Latin. I'm so
Won't
sorry.
be Latin, yeah.
Latin, not
It was
Greek.
a golden lion?
Golden Lion.
Or just
Mhm.
golden lion? I quickly read through the book. What is, give me like a breakdown. Or I can read through it the whole day tomorrow, whatever you want.
Sure. No, let's do a quick breakdown of the Kaiser family. They were in charge of this island. They'd been in charge of this island for about 300 years until...
Just this island? Okay. And the island's name?
I'm true.
I forgot to name all the things, actually.
Sorry.
These
Just
are
wanna get
great
this on the
questions
character sheet.
I should have had prepared already.
Ironically, it's called Skeleton Isle.
The greatest irony.
I don't think I had it named. So the island's name is... What's this over here? This is Sulphur Island.
Interesting. Did we find a map?
There's
Of either the
like
island
a
or the
non-to-scale
Dardanelles?
map that just explains the topography of the island and how you've got, this town over here, and then the middle of the island is sort of like a large mountain, and then there's like another town over here, and there's another town over here, and there's like a fishing village over here, and there's something marked over here. It's one of those symbols that's like what must have been so obvious to the people of the time that they didn't bother to write down what it was, and now it's just a symbol, and you're looking back as a historian being like, why didn't you just mention the most obvious thing? It's a real problem in history.
The Dardanelles, though?
No map of the Dardanelles, just of this.
What else do I read in the book?
You will read
Sulphur
that the
Island,
Kaiser
Kaiser
family has been here they were in charge for about 300 years. And then between this and the journal that Nick found, you can see that they came to their end about 80 years ago. And in the meantime, they ran the island, passed down from generation to generation. A couple of problems here and there, some wars with the neighboring folks from time to time, but nothing serious, no like major invasions. They never really lost control of the island. They're mostly involved in agriculture and a little bit of mining sulfur from the hot springs on the island was pulled out and dried out and sold. There's mention of this being like a particular component for wizards, and some traveling wizards would come to get like the freshest sulfur from the island, and they'd put them up here in the keep for a little while, and then they'd go on their way. They mentioned specifically that they'd never had a wizard of their own here, that they've always been sort of a martial family and like to keep it that way. They have an innate distrust of magic. There's a brief mention of the Farron Empire at some point, as if they were a historical thing, and pointing out that the Farron Empire is a good example of why you don't want a bunch of wizards in your town. But again, not explaining what that means. One of those, like, it would have been obvious at the time, but
yeah,
hundreds of years later,
it's like,
yeah.
So they do not talk about like a magic sword passed down from great grandpappy or anything.
No,
Okay, cool.
and that's definitely the thing that they would have mentioned. They would have said, like,
for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
So maybe that night, we're eating our rations. Maybe we've made a fire in one of the fireplaces, and we're talking to Nilrim, probably about what he's found. And I say, that book you got there, Nilrim, say anything about? It talks about the family, right? Does it mention when the White Prince attacked?
I will go through the book quickly and see if I can see. It's not going to mention when the White Prince attacked, but I'm looking more for when the White Prince starts getting mentioned. Is this a thing that would have like been logged like 20 years past like the end of the book, or is this like an 80-year thing, or is this like the White Prince just kind of popped up like 2 years ago?
Right. So it's clear that the house fell and the family, everyone here died about 80 years ago. There is a mention of a White Prince that does pop up in a couple of places, no earlier than 40 years before the book
fell?
finished. Yeah. So the White Prince is first mentioned about 120 years ago, and the context of it is just mentioning it as like another force out in the Dardanelles, this other like conglomerate of islands, but it doesn't mention its rise to power or how big it is. And then it gets mentioned again somewhere else, and then
Then they were on their doorstep. It's like,
yeah.
Okay. Just a quick clarifying question. Is this a book about the people who lived in this castle? And like, did they write about the end of the family in this book?
No, the book that Nilrim has got in his hands is more of like, this is the history of our family. And so, like, in the year...
I got you. It has years. I was like, did they write about their own end?
1340,
Like, yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm not confused anymore. I'm on board.
Gotcha.
So, if this is 120 years ago, and they're mentioning the White Prince, how's this motherfucker still alive?
Nilrim will
no
pop
idea.
open and talk about I talked to you about the Fountain of Youth of 4 and the thing that he's after. Yeah. I believe that maybe the White Prince has used that.
Or he's a necromancer.
Or he's a necromancer, as I point outwards to the skeletons outside.
Well, we didn't tell you. We found the lady's journal, and it mentioned how once the soldiers left, the oath sworn seemed to be skeletons. So the skeletons were here, they were brought here by the White Prince, not they didn't just come years later because of the tragedy.
Would I have ever heard of these being from the Dardanelles as like maybe like a random whisper, maybe like a DC 30 in check or something crazy?
No, you've definitely heard the word
I have?
oath
Okay.
sworn. It's one of those things that clicks in your memory. Do give me another DC 30 check to see what you know about it, but it's familiar to you in the modern age.
Last time it was 25. I just threw out 30 because I thought it was really high. But if you want 30, it's fine.
I do want 30, yes.
31.
Nice.
Yeah, now that you hear the name and you look around, you're starting to make some connections in that old brain of yours. The oath sworn are the people who have pledged themselves to the White Prince forever. And the White Prince makes sure that they follow these eternal pledges forever.
Is it anybody who joins the White Prince has to make this pledge, or is it like select few?
It's a specific group of people that have made this eternal pledge. and you don't know the circumstances around which it gets made or how these people get chosen. As a kid, your parents probably would have tried to protect you from this, but you can't, cultural osmosis, you're going to get a little bit of it anyway. So you're familiar with I guess as a kid, you probably were like made a promise to do something. You promised like, I'll do this forever. And your mom was like, no, do not make that promise to do something forever. That's how you end up as an oath sworn. And then like didn't want to talk about it for a while.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'll share that with them then.
Guys, this is really embarrassing. But reading seems to be like really important, and I can't. Could you guys teach me how to read? So much useful information has come from reading things.
No one can teach you. Well, trust me.
I give you a look.
It's not worth
No.
it. Fail.
Captain Winners can teach you.
Well, one of us can teach you, Snail, but
Fail, it's not worth it. Just hang out with people that can read. They can tell you in a way quicker, way easier fashion. You can focus on more important things.
I
It's a much
think
easier life.
trust me,
you know
over
what?
the coming weeks, we'll have many, many days at sea. We can spend some time learning to read Sail.
Wait, if you can't read, he can't read scrolls either?
I just can't read.
Magic, right?
Con, remember when you tried to teach me reading on the ship and I immediately got seasick and threw up all over the book? God, that was a good time. We're never doing that
No
again.
one grimaces at hearing that you threw up on a book.
Some people can't be good at everything, Archie. You're meant for smashing, not for reading.
Right.
It's for weaker men, like me and Nilram here.
I'm feeling like I've got a gap in my skills. Like I can't read, and you know what? Even if I could read just basic, so I can find my way around a book.
We'll do it. We'll use one of these books that we take from here.
I'll grab a
Alright,
kid's book
appreciate it.
from the library in the morning.
Yeah, we'll pick one. Yeah. All right. So tomorrow we'll get up early. We'll explore the dungeon, and then have to find our way back to the boat.
The book on the Kaiser family, £5.
£5.
Is there a lot of pages left in the book? How full is it?
Yeah. It's got maybe 150 pages total. About 100 of them are written. So 50 blank pages at the back of the book.
How does it end? Just normal? I'm curious if they updated it. Or if they thought
The
not to.
last entry in this book, it would have been from about 83 years ago. It has to do with when the lord and the lady of this house got married. Their names were son of a bitch and daughter of a bitch. And they had a kid, and then you can see that the child's name is scratched out with stillborn written next to it. And that's the last entry in the family's name.
Okay, cool. I'm going to keep that book as well. It seems an important part of history that the White Prince tried to erase.
Mm-hmm.
Do we find any alcohol?
No.
Is there signs of human flesh consumption in the kitchens or in the dining room or anything like that?
You find a couple other corpses here, because there's maybe 50 bodies in the keep, all told. And you will find there are signs of cannibalism on a few of them, but not a lot.
So they didn't have the stomach for it.
Yeah.
Do we feel like we found the husband of the house? Like the man of the house in the...
It's a great question. You should, you begin to look about for the husband of the house.
Well, does she mention her husband in the latter parts of the journal?
I'll flip through, yeah.
The author of the journal does mention that their wife died and that she was tucked into bed one last time for all time.
And that was the wife we yoinked the jewelry off of, yeah?
Yeah. So that's the wife of the lord of the keep. She married into the family. The ruler of the keep is someone else.
I bet it's him that threw the coins out the window and probably jumped to his death.
Probably threw himself out the window as well, yeah.
Last one alive. Probably the last one to have any food.
He said, fuck the White Prince, you can't have this.
Yeah.
I'm taking it with me? Yeah.
Makes sense. Or he's down in the dungeon, transformed into some horrible monster that'll eat us all tomorrow.
Look, ever since we were at that laboratory, whenever I close my eyes, I see cubes eating me. All right, those things are horrifying.
Can I find like a nice leather, or maybe not leather? Can I find like a nice backpack or like a nice satchel that I can put these books in and carry them around?
You can find some
backpack.
bags. None of them I would qualify as nice. They're all old and have been rotting with time, just kind of like discarded here or there. But you can find some bags. That'll probably hold them. Unless something happens, the bag might need a check, but it's unlikely for the bag to be involved in some sort of scuffle.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, sleep well, my friends. Tomorrow, we'll explore dungeons and brave the undead once more.
We take
Hope
watches.
that our friend is still alive.
Let's take our break right here before our party's rest is
before the
interrupted.
rest. Oh, come on.
We'll see you
Neil.
guys on the other side of our break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death.
All right.
Hi.
So, yeah, we sleep through the night. Nothing happens. We wake up. The sun
New
shines
spells?
through the windows. We learn our spells.
Oh, yeah, spells.
He's
Good
not saying
call.
anything. All right, I'm carrying on.
You-
We explore the dungeon.
Wake up, realizing that was all a pleasant, if impossible, dream. Where did you guys decide to sleep that night?
Wherever we said the safest place was.
The whole keep is
inside the
equally
keep.
safe.
Okay, so we're gonna stay in a room and we're gonna shut the door. So it's
Yeah. Some room that has the remnants of some beds. You'll probably have
Probably
found
the
dead
wife's room or
bodies
something, yeah.
in them, and you would have had to take the corpses out of the beds. You'll have found that many people have died here, seemingly in their beds, and were left there, or maybe that's what they did instead of burying folks, is they just tucked people in beds. There's a whole, like, barracks where the soldiers would have stayed.
I would like to say that I did say we were keeping watch.
He did.
Yeah. So it's whoever's on watch, which happens to be Sail at this moment.
Uh-oh.
That is awoken to the unmistakable sounds of a rusted, creaky dungeon door swinging open in
That
an
we locked.
empty that you locked in an empty stone castle. You know, the sound bounces around. It's very clear that a door that should not open is open.
I will very quietly, like a mouse, go around and shake awake all the party members, and like just be like, "Shh, something's up," like, and I'll whisper that like something's going on. Down in the dungeon, I heard the door open. You locked it. I don't know what's happening.
Oh my god.
All right, let's get near the door and get ready for anything that comes.
You. Maybe I should go and take a look.
I think we should just wait inside. If we all wait here, me and Archie get ready to attack. I have Fist of Stone. Should one round him, yeah.
If it's one thing.
I think we're safer waiting here.
Do we have a torch or something in this room, Neil?
Probably
Can we light
not.
one? Is
I
there
have a fire
sconce?
starter kit.
Does anyone have a torch on their character sheet? Because there's no torches laying about in this room conveniently placed.
I have a fire starter kit, but no, I don't have a torch on my
Yeah, you
character
don't
sheet.
have
me
anything
neither.
that will burn well.
Okay, well.
So
let's
all
go
you
upstairs.
have is what little moonlight is coming in through the window. Let's see what the moon
I have a
cycle's like.
candle.
Okay.
I
Oh.
can cast the light spell. I assume I haven't got spell slot back because I was awake.
Correct.
If
No
you
spell
didn't-
slots
yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
I have
Ah.
I do have a candle, but yeah.
Tomorrow night is the full moon. So
Oh.
the moonlight coming in through the door illuminates this room really well. You know, it's shining in through the door, through the window, so it would illuminate the door on the opposite side of the wall easily.
Okay. Alright, we wait with bated breath then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like trying.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. In the night, Sail is on watch when
Yep.
a loud creak echoes out through the night. The sound of a door that is rusted on its hinges that should never be shut, that should be shut and should never be opened, opens loudly with a echoing through the stone castle that is otherwise devoid of movement. It is the night before the full moon, and so there's plenty of light streaming in through the window. The rest of your companions are asleep.
Right.
I'll spend a few seconds listening, like, did I really just hear what I thought I heard? And then sort of panic will like slowly overcome me as like my worst nightmare of like something coming up from a dungeon to get me when everyone else is asleep, and I'll go around as quiet as I can and wake up all the party members.
One by one, they wake up.
And I'll say,
silent.
Something just happened downstairs. The door to the dungeon opened. I don't know what it was.
Just staying here.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard it.
No one will light a candle.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we don't need to because of the moonlight, but sure, fuck it.
Mm-hmm. You got a candle lit. You got the moon shining in through the window, illuminating the door before you.
And we'll get ready to, we'll get ready at the door in case something comes.
Yeah.
Archie will also get ready.
What's the situation like near the door? Because the door isn't big, right? There's only room for one person to go through the door at any given time. So is it Archie at the door and other people behind him? Is it two people at the... What is your shape? If you're imagining yourselves in like
Archie at
a...
the door, no room behind Archie because he has to cast his spell.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be like against the wall to the side of the door, ready to like assist in some way.
Yeah, I'm just about. I mean,
Wow.
3 people in front of the door is enough.
Right. Well, some time passes. Minutes drag on, feeling like tens of minutes. But nothing happens. There's no more creaking sounds. There's no pounding on your door frame. It's just quiet.
Should we go investigate, or do we barricade the room and wait until morning?
Well, I'm a man of action. I would rather go and investigate. I could just take the candle, go and have a quick look, see what I can see. If I find something, we deal with it. I mean, better than being surprised by it.
Right,
What
sure.
are we gonna do? Sit here all night waiting?
Let's just go look around then.
Here, I'll look. Just stay here. Give me the candle.
I'll hand it to you.
You sure you don't want me to come with you?
I mean, I won't fight it. I'll come back here.
All
I'll
right.
sneak.
Hindsight 2020, I should have totally gone down and looked at that thing on my own.
Only you had a
so
chance to redo it.
I will poke my head out of the door now.
Yeah.
Have a
You
little look
open the
around the
door.
corridor.
Poke your head out. The candle illuminates the hallway just out front of your door, which is, the hallway ends with like a banister that looks down into the main hall below. You're in like one of these bedrooms near the Great Hall. And
Yeah.
immediately, as you look out, you see a man standing before you, looking something like this. Decayed and rotten by time. If the camera will focus, there we go.
Not too friendly then.
No. In fact,
it's Lord
you
Kaiser.
you see this creature and immediately have to make me a saving throw versus paralyzation.
Fuck me. So you think you've got me here, Neil, but you haven't, because watch this. Easy.
You meet the creature's gaze and you feel this sort of unnatural power begin to seize hold of your body, and you look away just in time before you become fully paralyzed or petrified or something.
I
And the
passed.
two of you pass, yeah.
He said
And the-
before.
Before. You look away in time.
Oh, okay.
And the
Got it.
two of you will have to immediately roll initiative.
Well, no, I can just go
Can
back
that-
inside the door, no?
Yeah, can't we roll initiative as well?
I think like you open the door and you're like, oh my god, there's a monster. And then both of you, like you try and shut the door at the same time that it goes to grab your throat. And so it's an initiative roll to see who does
It's
who.
right there. It's like in front
Can
of
we
me.
get initiative as
It's
well
like
then?
standing in front of the doorway. Yes, everyone can roll initiative.
Okay, thank you.
Shit.
7.
Oh, come on! Holy fuck.
Shoot, I don't know what to do here.
Are you so bad, Nick?
I don't know.
Be good like me.
Yeah, just be good. Just be good like Archie.
I only roll high on initiative. That's a curse.
High on initiative, low on damage.
Low on HP.
Oh, here we go. We're about to have the pity party. Can't get spells.
Who's this emo zombie we've got?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. This guy cut himself? Nah.
Well, he rolls a 5 on initiative, so apparently he cuts himself in the right direction.
I guess.
And immediately, the creature reaches out with both hands for Captain John Winter's neck.
Is this
Yeah,
a
I'm blocking
zombie?
it. Wait, okay. Question. I don't want to bring up the same argument again. I understand a monster not getting attacks of opportunity if it's attacking with its fists, but if it's trying to grab me, I feel like I should get attack of opportunity.
I agree
You
with
know,
that
I
because
don't disagree, but that would redefine the entire combat of all of 2nd edition.
Well, because when Archie was trying to smash the skeletons' heads together, he has the same rule. That
I know.
He doesn't provoke attacks of opportunities when using...
It's a mess, but I mean, monsters don't provoke attacks of opportunity when they do their thing. This creature clearly says it strangles you when it grabs you. And if we wanted to redefine that, like something with tentacles, you should get an attack of opportunity against it. Like, we would need to rewrite the entire combat procedure in order to make sense of it.
If it says its attack is grabbing you by the neck, then fine.
Yes, its attack is a strangulation grab.
but
I
if it's
still
just trying to like push you down and like hold you down.
If a kobold was trying to just throw itself on top of you, it would still provoke an attack of opportunity, even though it's a monster. But if it tries to scratch you with its claws, it doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
Remember that for toss, Nick, okay?
Yeah. Okay, whatever. You know, I'm bored of arguing that. I still try and block with my dagger.
Okay, we'll make that block because it rolls a natural 12 modified 19.
7?
Yes.
Nope.
7 is lower, but it is not a success. So your parrying daggers thrust aside as the creature grabs you around the neck with both of its hands and drags your head sort of in its direction, not out of the room, but like drags you to a good choking position and attempts to stare in your eyes. The strangulation causes a lot of damage each round, but I think it gets applied at the end of the round rather than, or maybe it gets trickled over the round. I feel like if you break its grip before the round ends, you should have lesser damage than, like, it won't do all its damage right away. So I'm going to roll half its damage now and half its damage at the end of the round. So the first half is 6, and it is the Nilrum's turn. Nilrum.
Fist of Stone was cast?
Excellent. Upon Archie, I take it.
No. It's
No.
the caster's hand.
Ooh, caster's hand. Excellent.
And question with this gives me 18-100 strength, yeah?
Yeah. With your fist.
Yeah.
Visible not to players. Okay, there is an HP bar. Let's make it a little bit smaller.
So what do I get to my attack now? 2-7?
No, it's
I
higher.
think so.
It's 3-7. I'll just look.
3-7? Sorry, yeah.
+3, +6.
+3, 6. Thank you.
How does the 18-100 thing work?
When you roll 18 strength, it's like exceptional strength, and then you roll a D100. There's like categories of
18-100 is +3 to hit, +6 to damage.
Gotcha.
3-6. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Nilrum has cast a spell. Archie. Nick is in the doorway, or John is in the doorway, being strangled by this monster.
John was pulled from the door.
Nilrum should still get an attack when he casts that spell.
I think that we agreed last time I did, but I just
There's
don't.
no weak to it.
Yeah,
If that's fine, then okay.
that's fine. But yeah,
20 plus.
we're gonna get into the issue though of the doorway, in which Captain John
You
Winters
made it sound
is.
like he was pulled.
He was
and, like,
pulled
brought
forward
in.
slightly. Yeah. No,
Can
dragged in. So if Nick was like opening the door and stepping out, then he gets choked and like steps a step forward.
Yeah.
So he's like,
his legs are still there.
the doorway is a narrow area, but he's like still in the doorway zone. So
Am I
whoever
able
wants
to just
to
push past?
yeah, with a strength check you could push past because the creature is holding steady.
I will push past and, I mean, go through. If I fail the strength check, am I able to go through Nick's legs? I just want to pass the strength check. I don't pass.
Probably not. I mean, you've got an 18 strength right now, so you know.
Oh yeah, true. I passed then.
Right. Nice. So you roll 25.
Yeah. 18-100. I don't know if that helps, but
I'm just trying to determine its strength.
I'd love to.
Oh, is that an opposed strength?
Yeah. Oh, it rolls a natural 1 on the die. Doesn't matter. You give it a shove. The creature stumbles back well into the hallway, dragging Captain Winters with it. It sort of bumps up against the banister.
It rolled a 1. I'm gonna call for a death save. Maybe it falls down.
Let's go.
Because I'm wondering.
And drags Captain Winters over the table with him. I love it.
It's fine.
No, he passes his death save.
Okay. 12. Does that hit? I'm aiming for the. Well, I don't want to. Never mind. We're not gonna do called shots.
Yeah. So you push past him. You come up to him. You take a swing towards the creature and connect.
What's the?
It has AC 10. You're gonna do D3 plus 6 damage.
7.
Nice. You crunch the creature.
Oh.
Damn.
And am I allowed to say that I'm attacking its head or no?
That would be a called shot in particular.
Are we going to do called shots on this monster or no?
If you want to do a called shot against it, you can. Okay. I don't want to like reveal.
Yeah.
If you think that this has a weakness in the head, then you should make a called shot. But if,
I do. I'll do a called shot next time. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Archie. The doorway is clear now.
Yep. I'll run at him and I'll fucking punch him in the head.
Yeah.
Wait, I rolled initiative, sorry.
Whoosh, and you're aiming specifically for the head, right? Because that's going to come with a penalty to hit. Or is that is that like I specifically want to hit the head, or are you just like making dramatic conversation? Because it makes a difference sometimes.
Oh, I just want to punch him.
Cool. Yeah, perfect. 15 is a great blow. You knock the beast around. Roll me damage. Another 7 points. Offhand attack. Swing and a miss. Trying not to hit Captain. Sail.
If I declare an action and stuff happens before that, can I like change?
Depends on the action. If you were casting a spell, you got to cast a spell.
Gotcha. Could I like maybe change it and be like, oh, I was started with like light and then went to something else?
Nope. You're starting with light, you're continuing with light. There's a great example in the player's handbook where someone's like, I want to cast fireball, and the rest of the party's like, I charge, and the DM's like, you're casting fireball, they're charging, you're gonna hit them. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. You can change where you cast it though, correct?
Yeah, you could maybe change the direction a little bit.
But it's still cast.
It's still being cast, yeah.
I am just going to cast light on the creature.
Yes,
regular light, not darkness.
Right, because he's being pulled into the darkened interior of the keep. So you cast light on the creature, illuminating it and everything around it. So now the inside of the keep is brightly lit, and you can see everything unfold. Captain John Winters, this thing has its hands around your throat. It will deal more damage at the end of the round. You are being strangled. What do you do?
Oh. Would it just be a normal strength check to break loose?
It would be an opposed strength check to break loose.
Yes. Yeah.
Hold your breath. Fly around.
My strength is only 9, so my chance of that working is low. But I'm not going to kill it either with my attacks, so that's my only chance of not taking the damage.
Strength check then?
Yeah.
All right, let's see it.
Shit.
Oh, that is not good. And it will pass its strength check. You try to pry the hands off, but they have that like inhuman undead strength The fingers just pull tighter and tighter on the sides of your neck. Second damage roll coming in through. It is a 3. Does that knock you out?
Good.
No.
Okay.
4.
You are still alive.
Attack with just a fist, it's +3.
For you?
Yeah.
Yes, because you got +3 to hit from your strength of stone and nothing from anything else.
Ooh.
The initiative
that's
you meant,
initiative.
not an attack roll. Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Let's roll the initiative rolls. This creature does not need to follow up with strength attack rolls because it's already got you, but the initiative is when the next tick of damage will come in, and then the next tick at the end of the round.
What's the initiative to? Is it 3 or is it like
3?
2? Oh, wow.
Would I just roll like an unarmed attack if I wanted to try to break winners out?
You would roll 3 for initiative, unarmed attack initiative, and then it would be a post strength check.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think I want to do that too, actually.
Okay.
So do I roll differently? I think I do.
Oh, you need to roll one more then. You got 11.
Yeah, you would go at 11 instead of 10. Perfect.
Okay.
Excellent. And Sail goes at 6. Sail, you're first. Make it happen.
I'm basically going to step forward, like step under its arm, and like I assume it's like choking. It has like its elbows pointing to the floor, and I'm going to like step under its arm and like throw my shoulder into its elbow as hard as possible to try to break it off.
Nice. Give me an opposed strength check. It does really well.
Come on.
Does really well. Yeah, no, you can't. It's inhuman with its strength. You try and bash it around, and its grip. I mean, if it had blood in its hands, its knuckles would be going white right now. And instead, it's just like rotting flesh that is dangling off of it, somehow still gripping, despite your best efforts to break the grip. Captain Winter. 21 is a success versus. No, it passes with a higher roll. What do you call it? 29. I can do math, I swear.
Oh, Archie and Nico at the same time.
Yep.
Okay.
So I will also roll a strength check. I'll try to break him out. Try to like pull his arms apart.
Yep. Oh, that
God roll.
is... It rolls a natural 20.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You.
37 on its strength check. Off by 3. I'm so sorry. And then it deals its first tick of damage. Captain Winters, you are choked for 3 more points and fall limp in its hands.
Once again, unconscious.
Shh.
The third time, right?
Satisfied, it releases Captain Winter's neck, leaves the body there on the ground, and will... I guess it'll make an attack roll against someone else, but the damage won't come in until the end of the round, because it gets 1 attack, and then it can choke for, 2Ds. So it will turn to... I guess you're all equally the same in its mind. You're all intruders. We'll have the 3 of you roll me a d20 each of you. Whoever gets the lowest roll will be the next target of the choke.
Man, I was saving that d20 for the next attack, and you really fucked me here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sail. It comes for you. It reaches out with its hands. It rolls a 10 to grab you by the neck, which is a miss.
Does not beat a 14, yes.
Yes, it misses. Nilram.
Hey, I'm doing an attack. I'm not doing called shot because.
Okay.
Well, you have +4 to hit against because he has light, by the way.
You did save it.
You did it. You crit the creature. Oh, whoops, I forgot. It regenerates a little bit of HP on its turn. There we go.
+6?
2d3 plus 6, yes.
11 points of damage.
Sorry, something Sale just said. He said it's got -4 to hit because of the light. I think Neil thought you were just casting light on the monster as opposed to in its eyes.
You were
No,
just casting light on the monster, yeah.
We have +4 to hit it.
Why?
Why?
Don't we? Is that not
Nope.
how light works? Or is that
Nope.
fairy fire? Sorry, I mixed up a fairy fire. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
You do 11 points of damage.
Yeah,
It
fuck 'em up.
thunders under your blow, stumbling around. Second attacks from Archie. No, you
Here
did.
we
You
go.
did not make an attack roll this round. You did. You tried to break him out. No
I
additional
did?
attacks.
Okay.
No additional attacks. Just regular initiative order.
Another
Monster.
13, that's solid.
What?
Yeah, you watching my rolls? Max rolling.
Oh my god! Everyone rolled a 10 for initiative.
Except for Sale.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of my move here.
1 in 10,000.
You could just stab him.
I could just stab him. I was thinking of trying to do something cute because I was thinking like maybe trying to light a fire, use your candle to light a stick on fire because I feel like he'd be weak to it. But I'll just use a regular attack.
Yeah, you'd need an accelerant to really get something up and going. You need some oil or.
Oh, it's the wrong button.
Ugh,
Take-
unfortunate.
Oh no! I wasted my god roll.
Well, it's your turn, Sale. The creature, presumably the lord of the keep, is coming for you.
I'll just make an attack with my rapier.
Do it. Do it.
I'm just gonna roll so low now. Yeah.
You hit. He only has
I
10
hit
AC. Yeah, he's got no armor. He's just a fleshy person. You run him through with your rapier.
Sweet. Nice.
7 points of damage.
Good shit.
The rapier goes all the way through the body, out the other side, and then wink, yoink it out. Archie,
Punching him.
critical hit. Again, as always. Roll me another d6 in there, please. Yeah,
Oh my
you do
God.
14 points of damage and break the creature's neck. The whole thing just like snaps to the side, and the creature collapses to the ground, and then like
Nilrim is
falls into the stone and like vanishes from the room.
even his head.
Yeah, the whole thing just sort of like fades into the ground, slipping into it, and is gone from the world.
Can I make, since it's the same round that Nick was damaged, can I make a healing attempt to try to restore a little bit of health? Or is it like,
Oh, you made an attack on your turn instead of trying to heal him, unfortunately.
I think it's within, if they were hurt last round. I
Yeah,
have
but you
that
spent
time
your
of-
round fighting instead of healing.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna punch the floor where he fell through with my
Ye-
18-100 strength.
You know what? Give me a healing check to do it. There's normally a
Alright.
healing check involved, so we'll just up the DC because he got defeated halfway through the round. Make me a good healing check. Okay, that's a shit healing check.
I wanted to get him, because I have like a 33% chance of getting him back up, but yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah, it's
mhm.
worth doing because it saves
You want-
days.
Spellcraft or Arcanology to like know kind of what happened here.
Let's see. You can give me a spellcraft and an arcanology, and I will tell you if either of those are applicable to this situation.
Pass them both.
Yeah, so spellcraft is not helpful here. This isn't like any spell that you've ever heard of or any spell that you know of. And arcanology-wise, this is not familiar. You don't know of any great wizards of the past who have created a creature like this. You don't know of any historical reference to something like this. As far as you're concerned, this is new or unique or extraordinarily rare or foreign. Some other explanation must abound.
Hey, Nilrim's not a very religious man, but he will say a prayer for him. Using his real name, you gave me a bullshit name earlier. You said Sir Bullshit or whatever.
Right.
Of the Kaiser family, and he'll attempt to, say a prayer to, let's say Falumbra, for the man's soul. Because it seems like what happened here, this wasn't an undead created by the White Prince. This is an undead who was like tortured, and like he's just a tortured soul who became undead. So
Sieged in his castle for a year and a half
wife
or something. Everyone dies around him. Now haunts the castle endlessly.
he'll say a prayer to Falumbra and ensure her that he will let people know what terrible deeds have been done here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I will also pray to my god for guidance here on how do I deal with an angry spirit. I'll kind of fall to my knees, put my head to the stone, and just be like, "What
You
the
say their
hell do
name?
I do?" I whisper it, but it kind of goes in your name.
I want a hearing check then.
Perception check it, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear the name Rohi.
Nice. That's big for me.
The salt wind blows strongly through the window behind you guys, ruffling your hair, blowing Captain John Winter's peacock feather through his hat, kind of blowing it off of the out of the hat and down the hall a little bit. You feel the presence
just to
of your
clarify.
deity.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm about to
bleeding death.
stabilize you.
No, you got there's a medic nearby. I'm just assuming the medic.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have been.
Well,
Yeah.
minus 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assumed like the part of the healing check would have been stabilizing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, he's pissed.
Yeah. Dude, I'm ready to argue semantics. I didn't tell you, you eavesdropped.
That's true.
Now what? What are the three of you gonna do?
I'm gonna get Winters into a bed and barricade the door with Archie.
All right. You guys
Also
all
gonna fuck
retreat.
with Archie a little bit and say, "Why couldn't you protect him?"
That thing was strong as hell, man. Why couldn't you protect him? Magic man, huh? Where were you? Trying to break him out? The fuck?
I was beating him up. You're the one who's strong. You need to get stronger, Archie, so you can protect John, our captain. Help me move him into a bed.
I'll move John to a bed on my own.
I'll barricade the door with Sail inside.
Okay.
I'm lost. I have no idea what to do. I was like sitting beside Captain Witter, feeling bad that I failed my ability to. I couldn't give him CPR fast enough. I couldn't like resuscitate him.
As always, when this happens, I'll take John's hat and put it on my head.
It's happened a few times.
It's always big.
It's my favorite bit. You almost wear the hat more than me now.
Half an hour later, barricaded in, hearts slowed down to a regular pace. There's a short little echoing from downstairs.
I think we're gonna have to go to the dungeon.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
But we need to stay in here for the night.
when I hear the creak of the door, I like sit bolt upright again. And did anyone else hear that?
I'm certain I'm not going to be able to rest at this point, yeah? For spells?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do we do?
mean-
Is it coming back?
I don't know.
I punched it the fuck out. It better not be.
Is there? Does anyone know anything about spirits or tortured souls? Can we appease it? Give it
Cross my
justice?
arms. It's kind of your job as the cleric, yeah?
You know what? You have a point. But I woke up on a beach and I can't read, so that's where I got my powers.
I
What
should
God
talk
do
to
you
Sandra.
follow?
I know.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. All I know is that he doesn't like what went on here.
Is that who you dropped to your knees and called to? Rohi?
What? Oh no, that's my uncle's name. Sometimes I pray to my uncle. He was
I know he's lying. That's just the worst excuse ever.
Please, Uncle Rohi, save me.
Yeah.
Even Archie will look at him like,
Yeah.
what? No? What?
I
Should've
got a
fucked
charisma
himself
of 11, so sometimes when you're thinking, think quick to say something dumb.
It's probably best that we handle this tonight. Archie,
Yep.
we need to go to the dungeon.
Yep, you guys need to shut up about your gods. Nobody cares. We'll go
I
down
don't
there.
have a gun.
Good. Fuck
I'm a
them.
magic man.
That's right.
Now let's take John's head. Let's end this thing.
And then we get him out of here, we heal him up, we patch him back up, and we get the hell off this island.
Right. Lead the way, Archie. And I'll point to Sail's weapon. You need to use that more.
I
And
mean-
I'll tell Archie to aim for its head.
You got it, Magic Man.
Who's carrying Nick? Is it me, I assume?
You're gonna have to carry winners, yeah.
I gotcha.
Wait.
Actually,
you're
you know what?
You're
Fuck
not
it,
just
I
leaving
can
me in
carry
the
it.
bedroom.
No. We're not gonna just leave you.
Wait, you're
I will-
punch us down to the dungeon.
I'll piggyback winners. I should be able to do that. 11 strength, Koibu? My max press is 115.
So you can put him on your back and you can drag him slowly behind the rest of the party, but you won't be able to participate in any combat while he's
Yeah,
on your
well.
back.
Spoiler. I'm not gonna be able to participate anyways.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, you guys begin to unbarricade the door. And then who's the first one through it?
Me.
Okay.
And we know there's a zombie afoot, or whatever it is, afoot. So we're not gonna get surprised. Yeah?
Probably. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Archie. You open the door.
Wait. Would Archie have noticed that the gaze of the zombie almost paralyzed John? Is that something he could have picked up on?
Ooh. I don't think John had an opportunity to tell anyone that.
Definitely
No.
not.
Probably
Is
not.
there anything I noticed about, like...
Ugh. Give me succeed on an intelligence, a perception, and a wisdom check, and
Okay,
you'll
well,
have
just tell
noticed
him no.
something.
Just
There's always a
damn.
chance, you know? And it's Archie. He could probably roll
I
three
will.
20s in a row.
I believe
Intelligence.
you might do it.
There you go. What else did you want?
And wisdom.
And-
You gotta give him a bit.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Is that it?
Koibu, come
Off by
on.
one. Off by
Come on.
one.
No shot.
Come on, Neil. You bastard.
Love the long odds.
you saw it and was intelligent enough to tell there was something going on, but you just didn't have the wisdom to back up.
Yeah,
What
it
exactly
had weird eyes, but you didn't quite piece together that they were paralyzing eyes.
Well, I think you saw me turn my head away from it, so you might have just thought that I had really bad breath, right? You saw me look away, but you weren't wise enough to know why.
I cover my nose with my shirt.
All right. You open the door, and sure enough, it's right outside your door again. It's right fucking there. Yeah, by the time you
We're in its wife's
discussed your
bedroom.
plan, and by the time you unbarricaded the doorway, it had gotten back there. So the door opens, and the two of you are face to face again, and I will need everyone to roll us initiative.
Am I able to put John down at this point?
Yeah, you can just
Okay.
drop
I'll
John. Yeah.
Fuck.
Are we in the room with the wife's body? I forgot.
I don't think so. I think that's
Yes,
in a different.
I specifically said that
did?
we were in the wife's room. Yeah.
Okay, then you are in the wife's room. Sure.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at rolling initiative.
It's weird how people can be good or bad at specific roles.
No.
I
meant,
believe in it.
actually navigating to the button.
Oh,
No, but that's a good point, though, Neil. It is particularly curious, isn't
Here we
it?
go.
isn't it?
Who goes first? Me?
That's you.
Oh, well, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna do two things, Koibu. I wanna. Yeah, they can handle this. Fuck them. I want to disengage past him and go towards the dungeon.
So Archie opens the door.
Yeah.
There's a monster there, and you're like, I'm gonna slip right between the two of them.
I can delay my initiative to when they're fighting, and I'll just go into their
Okay.
arms and go to the dungeon, because I think
Perfect.
I'm probably the only one who's in character smart enough to figure out what the phylactery or whatever shit that he's holding on to is. I'm gonna bring the candle with me as well.
Got it. All right, so you're gonna wait for Archie to start off. So Archie, what are you doing?
Is he still lit up with light?
No, the light is like in the hallway where the corpse was, and then the corpse faded and the light stayed there. So he's illuminated by that light, but it's not like centered on him.
But it's not on him. Cool.
Yeah. Archie.
Punching him.
It's another critical hit.
He said that he was called shotting, I thought earlier, because I told him to aim for the head.
True.
That's up for him to decide.
I will aim for the head, yes.
Still a critical hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anything happen with that?
You will do 12 damage? 12 damage. And does not appear to have any significant effect.
Okay.
All right. I'll aim my second punch for wherever.
Mm-hmm. It's a miss. And that's when Nilrum, during this engagement, slips between the two of them. Give me...
Dashes through.
Yeah, dashes. I want some sort of check to go right through the middle of the most dangerous zone and get out. Fine.
Probably Dex.
Probably Dex.
Exciting.
Not, it might as well have been int. Yeah. You can, like, power slide right between them and run through the hallway. Light comes into this main chamber from the various windows all the way around the area. You can come down around the hall, see the staircase, go down the staircase, and sure enough, that dungeon door, that door that you thought went to the dungeon, is wide open.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down there.
All right, we'll get back to you in a little bit. Sail.
I have the Kaiser family book as well. I don't
Got it.
think that's gonna matter, but I just want you to know that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like try to step in and make a rapier attack.
Great. With your long rapier, you can sort of stab beside Archie and get from him towards the revenant. Make me roll to hit. Ugh. Just trying not to hit Archie does have its drawbacks. The creature stares at you, Archie. It meets your gaze. Give me a saving throw versus paralyzation, petrification, or death magic. PPD.
Don't fail this or.
Yeah, don't fail this.
Don't fail this.
How do I do this?
There's a purple button on your combat tab. Next to paralyzation, poison, death, there's like a little purple circle.
Yes.
Click it.
Come on, you need those big boy rolls here. Oh no.
Of all the time.
It
All the
gazes
fucking times.
into your soul and paralyzes you for 3 minutes, 3 combat rounds.
We're
You
so
must stand
far.
still.
Christ.
Fine.
Yeah. And that's its action for this round, is it just stares Archie down and paralyzes him. Next round. Initiative. Except from Archie.
What do you want?
Nilrum, you don't need initiative because you're sort of in a separate zone, but we'll still take this round by round for you. So just Sail and the Revenant now.
How
goes good.
Paralysis work?
You can't do shit. Attacks against you succeed automatically. If you're
Would Ring
out
of
of combat,
save against this?
Ring of Free Action would prevent paralysis, yeah.
But things can be done to that person. Like,
Yes.
can I shove him out of the way?
Easy.
Yeah, totally.
That would require an action though for me to do that.
You know, at this point, you could just like push Archie and not worry about
And
it
it'll
too
fall
much.
down. Just chill, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Okay, then I'll make an attack to like push past Archie.
got it. Roll me that
And in fact,
initiative.
I'm actually going to try to like block and not look at this creature because I noticed Archie like looked into its eyes.
Ah, yeah. So you're gonna try just to like defend.
You
I'm
have
gonna try
tumbling?
to stay alive. I don't have
Nice.
tumbling, but
Okay.
I see Nilrun roam off, and I'm like, I can't take this thing on my own. So Nilrun's got to save me somehow.
So he's taking a parry.
Right.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
How did parry work? Sorry?
A block,
It's
block,
just-
not a parry. A block,
Well,
not a parry.
he probably wants a parry, right?
So-
For the plus 2
Parry,
AC?
There's-
parry means he's got to hit AC 20, right?
No. Parry, you get 2 AC just automatically.
Alright.
Oh,
So-
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can either get a flat 2 to your AC, or you can try to like make an opposed roll to block its attack against you, but you need to roll like a 16 or higher on a d20.
And then you have
I
to roll
will-
lower. The 16 to higher, yeah, you can do what you want. But just
I will 100%. No, I'll take Moon's advice. I will take the
The flat bonus.
take the parry. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Alrighty then. The creature will just try to choke you. and it will roll a 10 plus 7, 17 versus your AC of...
I think mine's 16. I think.
Plus 2?
Plus 2.
It's 14 plus 2.
Ooh, so the creature does grab you by the neck, and the first dive damage will come on through at 2, but since there's nothing else happening, the second dive damage will come on through at a 4, and you'll take 6 choking damage. So it's really up to Nilrum now. Nilrum, you can hear the screaming upstairs, doors being pushed aside.
Now off, by the way.
Okay. You can make it down into the crypts. You're running, so you can move at 120 yards per round instead of 120 feet per round because there's nothing else going around. And once you get down to that crypt, you might have to slow so that you can use the candlelight to see. It's not the crypt, the dungeon. The dungeon is immediately like there's a little office area. There's no one in this office area. It's all nice and tidily put away. There's a key ring that's dangling right next to, or was dangling right next to the door, but it seems to have been taken off the door and like inserted into the lock, as if like the creature knew where the keys were and then opened it with the keys. And then beyond that is a downward staircase into blackness.
I'm gonna grab the key.
Mm-hmm.
That should just be a free action, and then I'm
Totally.
gonna keep going down the staircase.
All right, you swirl down the staircase and into a hall, and you see cells on either side of you.
Okay, I don't think the prince or whatever, this guy, the king or whatever this place was, is gonna just want to be in the cells. There's probably gonna be something more. So I'm gonna keep going.
Right, you're gonna keep going. Next round, Sail, what are you gonna do for your turn?
I remember how hard it was to try to break Captain Winters out of this. What are my options? I'm being grabbed, and he will just automatically do damage to me.
He's doing automatic damage every round.
Literally, I can't cast spells because I'm held, I assume.
Yep.
No concentration.
You have one
Yep.
option.
I have one option, which is to try to break out. Which is
Okay. Give me that opposed strength check.
Oh, how much damage did he do to me? Sorry, I forgot to write that down.
I forgot
6.
already.
It was 6.
Okay.
6, so I am down to 12.
He rolls a 22 on his strength check. You roll a 27. You can burst the arms. Let's roll initiative just to see if you burst the arms before taking damage or after taking damage.
So
He rolled a
1d10 plus
10. Yeah, roll a d10 plus 3. Okay, so it's after you take the first tick of damage, which would have been 3 more.
This is round 2 that Archie's out.
Yes. Nilrum, you're ignoring the cells on either side, and sure enough, you
Yeah,
get to
that's
the
not where you
back
think.
of the dungeon, and there's another spiral staircase that goes down, and this one has a gate before it that is unlocked with a key in it.
I take that key
Okay.
and I go down.
All right. You head down to the catacombs below.
He's gonna be at his dead kid's spot. That's my guess.
Well, the catacombs are pretty small here. It's really just like one big room with a bunch of slots in the walls all the way around. And you can see that there is a huddled corpse leaning against a wall near a slot where there is a body in it.
Do I recognize the huddled corpse to be the man upstairs or no?
No, you can come up and move the hood on the cloak of the huddled corpse, and it's just some desiccated, nameless person, probably whoever buried him, and then lock the doors behind them.
You said at the...
Yeah, so you're
felt
in
like-
a square room that's 20 by 20, and there are empty torches or sconces in the walls where torches might have been held. And by your candlelight, which barely illuminates the room, you can see that at the very back side, there are 3 horizontal slots, one near ground level, one at about hip level, and one at about shoulder level. The one at hip level is empty, and there's a body in the top one, and there's a body in the bottom one, and then there's a person sort of leaning next to it. And there's more of those slots on either side as well, but in the very dead center is this. I'm sorry, the middle one's not empty. There are 3 slots, top, middle, bottom.
The middle one's open.
The middle one is open, like the arm of the creature is dangling out of the slot. Your eyes are immediately drawn to it.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go to that.
Yeah, and this corpse looks just like the one upstairs choking your friends to death.
Gonna smash its head in.
With what?
So, are there any rocks in the catacombs?
Mm-mm.
If not, is there any shields? If not, I'm just gonna dagger it, just like.
You're just gonna dagger the head over and over again?
I could probably backside of the dagger would probably be the best way to smash a head in. But,
Sure. Well, it's...
Notam's not a priest, so he can't say a prayer and figure this out, so he's just gonna
Sure.
desecrate the host.
Destroy the skull with the back end of your dagger.
Yeah.
Easy. Like, you can just smash it in over and over and over again. How do you know if that's going to work or not?
I don't. So let me explain what will happen next round before you tell me. So normal smash the head in. Do I see anything on the inside of the corpse or of the coffin?
No, there's not even a coffin. It's just like wrapped in a cloth, and the cloth has sort of come undone and one of the arms has fallen out.
I'm going to... So the next round, after I smash it in, I'm going to attempt to burn it with my candle.
The cloth is old and dry, and it goes up fast. In the meantime, upstairs, you broke free last round, Sale. Initiative between you and the monster to see how it turns out.
Who gets?
Go to 10.
I am going to. I guess I'll make an attack. I'll
Fight it.
So
Also a 10. Tied initiative. Okay, give me an attack roll.
God damn it. My roll.
It rolls a 10 against you.
Which
10 does not hit.
Well, you don't have my AC anymore.
Oh, that's right. It
Oh my
hit.
god, you just have base AC 10.
Is why we parry.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, it will grab you, but you will also miss with your rapier. Yeah. It grabs you and begins to choke you for 4 more points of damage. However, this is the round that it is being lit on fire. And you see the creature before you, as it chokes you, catch fire as if out of nowhere. And with a horrible burning scream, it drops to its knees. It'll take damage. Roll me a d10, MrMouton. Roll high.
Big.
Oh.
Yeah. You burn it for 8 points of damage as it chokes Sale.
Do I hear a scream from upstairs?
You're too deep down in the dungeons
That's
to really
fine. Okay.
hear anything. The second bit of choking damage comes at the end of the round. Only a 1 on the d8.
Should I take one more? Archie wakes up.
Archie, yes, Archie, you snap out of it now. The paralyzation is over. You can all roll into initiative. You see the burning revenant choking Sale. And I would like everyone to roll. Everyone that can roll, that is.
Nilrum would
Thanks, John.
honestly be pretty confident that works, so he's just gonna, at this point,
What
say
else can you
another
do?
prayer.
Destroy the
Full
skull,
breath,
set
yeah.
it on fire.
Yeah.
You did
He's
your
just gonna
best.
say a prayer for his soul.
Right. Archie, the revenant's on fire.
So, real quick, how often do I get a third attack in a round?
The round after you had a full round of normal attacks.
Okay.
So you were paralyzed.
I guess I was paralyzed.
So
Got
it starts at 0 again.
Yes.
The god. The god.
Do this!
You want my initiative for the fire damage or not?
Oh, yes, please. That's actually a great way of doing it.
What do you want, D3?
Just a
D5?
flat D10.
D10.
No modifiers. Oh, then roll me the D10 right now.
6.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your critical damage there, Archie. 8 and 4 is 12. Almost, but not quite doing it. Sale, it's your turn. What are you doing, Sale?
Wait, I got another attack.
Second attack.
Oh, left
Second
hand,
attack.
left hand.
Oh, dude!
I heroically, with my last gasp of air, I slam my rapier into its chest as hard as I can, and whether or not I hit,
This is it.
Yes.
Can you do 2 points of damage?
Yes.
You run the revenant through. It falls back, collapses on the ground, continuing to burn, melting into the floor. And moments later, Nilrum, the revenant before you, will get up and start to move, but not very far. It has to burn its full HP worth of damage, and some of this has been bludgeoning or piercing. And so you'll have time to sort of like scramble away as
I
the
would
corpse...
run back and lock him in there.
As the
with key
corpse
that I took.
shambles in your direction and then will quickly burn to the ground and die. Finally, put to rest for the last time.
Nice work, Moon. Saving the day there, man.
Gotta play the 18 in, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good job. I was worried we were going to TPK that
yeah.
when Archie failed that save.
We got him.
Yeah.
That's got to be worth some good XP. That was a scary encounter, Neil.
Thank you.
That was.
Is it over?
I would have
Is
to
that
assume
it
better
for
be.
the night in the keep?
Well, is it
At
if
the
it's
very
not
least,
over?
if it's not, both those doors are getting locked, so they're gonna be stuck down there. Anything else? If it's
Ah.
just down there, but yeah.
Yeah, what are you guys going to do now?
Didn't it float through the floors?
It
When
did.
it died.
Not
that's
this
true.
time, right?
True.
Oh,
Uh,
did it?
No,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
watched it burn and collapse into a pile before you, and then that was it.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna play a little bit past this. Nilram would lock both of those doors,
Mhm.
the door to the dungeon and the door to like the lower dungeon or the catacombs,
Mhm.
and he'd go back up and regroup with the party.
Yeah. Party can tell you what happened. What are you guys going to do?
I guess
just-
wait the night, barricade
I'll
again.
just sit down next to John, and tell his unconscious body how I just knocked the fuck out of that zombie.
Twice.
Oh.
Maybe we should shave his legs. Little joke to
Worked last
Archie.
time.
It helped him last time.
What about in the morning when you wake up? What are you going to do?
I think we're gonna have to wait here until John's better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you'll have to spend a full day and another night in the keep.
Yeah.
At least.
But we can't leave
Dale,
with them,
I would like
so.
to argue that I don't know where we can go, but is it even possible to look around and see if there's somewhere we could get to? I would like.
There is a
Okay, wait,
rooftop access. If you really want. It's barricaded. Like, clearly someone has spent time using hammers and nails and bars and beams to, like, lock the hatch that leads to the roof. But you guys have time and tools, which you can find
Barricaded
around the
for
keep.
a reason. We should leave it barricaded. Obviously, the undead couldn't get in here. The only undead left are the ones who were Omega turned. I don't think that there's going to be any more.
All right, if you think it's safe, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and I'll trust you. But I'm pretty freaked out. I'd like to leave this place. But if it's the safest
I would
place we
too, but
have-
John's down, and I don't think we have that option.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Okay. So a day and a night
Oh.
in the keep?
Yep. And I think that's our time for the session.
That is.
Yeah.
That is.
Good. Good ending.
My one contention is I didn't know Nilren would get a listen check if I whisper the name of my god.
Yeah,
No.
you
Oh,
never know when
you drop to the
sneaky
floor in front of
people.
him, you know?
Well, I've
Sneak-
cast lots of spells, and I assume I have to like say his name every time. So
Mhm.
I thought it was just something I was being
Sneaky,
granted.
sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, I
Nilren.
think you are being as sneaky as possible, but then this guy tries to overhear you one time. You know, you get a little
Your days are
comfortable
numbered,
and
Nilren.
right. Well, this will wrap us up for
Excuse me.
today's session. When we get to a safe place where you guys can truly rest and recover, we will dole out XP and talk about the treasure you've gotten. But I think the plan is to get off this island.
I think so, yeah. I think we've got
Yeah.
what we came for.
I was
Mhm.
thinking
Yeah, I
actually
think
building
we
a house here. You know, it's got
Yeah,
fences,
it's nice.
great- Locals are really friendly.
I
You
mean, it would
know-
be nice to come back eventually because this is a keep that is
True.
molested.
Well, we
And-
should at least come back for the chest.
Yeah.
And if the town was, sieged and sacked by undead, there's probably still like a town's worth of treasure still lying around, right?
Yep.
And
Right,
not
like
only
the blacksmith probably, whatever money they had is probably still in the blacksmith's house, which is ruined and destroyed. If
Maybe
you could,
I'm misunderstanding, but didn't the White Prince came? He sieged the place, and then he brought the undead and left.
Mhm.
So
That's
he's
true.
already stolen all of the wealth.
He'd already sacked
That's
all that.
true. It's been 100. They did it for 100 days. Maybe the wealth has been sacked.
Just the stuff in the
Maybe.
keep that they couldn't get into,
Yeah.
which is sunk below the waves. But I've actually got up early tomorrow, so let's
Let's wrap it up here.
Yep, let's wrap it up. Yep.
We will be back next week with some more Tides of Death at our same time and in our same places. So, anyone have anything to say before we go?
Nope.
Just watch Teams of Scoria on Thursday.
All right. Peace out, y'all. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Au revoir.